Well, hello and welcome to the Confused Breakfast. Do you remember the pure joy of a trip to the video rental store as a kid?
Christmas.
Hard to beat the ease of the modern era and streaming platforms where you don't even have to leave your couch. But there was something truly special about browsing the aisles of Blockbuster, picking movies out by hand, and annoyingly singing the theme song from each movie out loud. On this podcast, we revisit and dissect some of our favorite childhood movies from that magical era to see if they still move us the way they did as kids. My name is Mike Schulte. Joining me, as always, if they were melodies, I would only use the good notes. Sean Pryor and AJ Vens, how the heck are you?
I feel good.
That's sweet.
That's nice of you to
We're
say.
the Three Musketeers, man.
Yeah.
I just fell in love with you a little bit more in that moment, right?
But wait, there's going to be a twist. There's going to be a twist.
Man,
Yeah.
if you had glasses, it would change everything.
Oh,
Think so?
Oh, yeah.
I'm
I'd
pretty-
have sex with you on the spot.
I'm not going to lie to you. My eye doctor told me that at any point you will just be like, I can't read anymore. And I think it's happened.
Oh,
I think I've officially entered reader's stage.
I don't know if
dyslexia.
it's... Yeah, I don't know if it's like my eyes, but like I can see fine right now, but at night, if I lay down and have my phone like right here, I can't see shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to watch,
Readers,
Philadelphia Flyers do stuff, and I can't.
I've noticed, like, when they tell you, you know how they make those little dots? You get fitted for glasses. They make little dots on your eyes. And if they mess that up, your glasses and your prescription, wrecked. It's screwed. And I've ruined like three pairs of glasses because of that, apparently. Not me. They made the mistake.
Yeah.
Anyways, not my fault.
Well, boys, we are now officially deep into our holiday movie watching season. So on today's episode, we discuss a movie that we picked for the Christmas season, but I don't even really know if it's a Christmas movie now that we've kind of done it.
Okay.
Apparently,
now.
it's more of a Hanukkah movie than a Christmas movie.
But
This movie single-handedly brought Airbnb and VRBO to life, a movie that every modern Hallmark movie wants and dreams and tries to emulate. We are, of course, talking about 2006's The Holiday.
Yeah.
Well, dang it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another nostalgic journey to the past with The Confused Breakfast. Sit back, relax, and enjoy wherever you are in the world. Take it away, boys.
Well, we love you so much. Thanks for being here. If you are new to the podcast, kind of weird, but it's great to have you here. We are going to be reviewing this movie, your favorite movie, clearly scene by scene with a modern eye. But first, we believe you truthfully have to talk about this with nostalgia first. Got to get it out there, get it out of the way, and then we can move on. So, AJ, let's start with you. First time you saw this movie, what your nostalgic rating of it was?
oh man,
Was
2006.
this?
I was
Are
Man.
you a fan of this movie?
I was like, dude, I was 11 years old, 2006. I wasn't. No, I don't know why I even saw this movie.
There's no reason.
And then all of a sudden, I think the only reason it was on, and I was like, okay, whatever. And then Jack Black pops on. I was like, oh hell yeah! All right, I'll go through it. This is great. Whatever. He just made my life better for
I
the
guess
next.
he is the first face you see in this movie. So.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, and so I was excited about it because I saw Jack Black, and then you just go on to this is like both vacations I want in my life in one movie. I want to go to like the fancy like mansion-y place in LA, and I want to go to the rustic cottage in the English countryside. I want both of those things. Thanks. That'd be great. End of story. And so, I don't know. I watched this movie. I think it was after, I don't know, like some sort of relationship was over or whatever. I was just like, whatever. And this came on, made my day. And I kind of fell in love with the movie ever since. I'm like a nostalgic, let's just say straight up 8.
How old were you when you first saw this?
Well, 2006, and I probably would have seen it 2007. Well, no, I saw it in college, so
Okay, never mind.
31.
yeah,
I thought you were
like first year of college.
Yeah, never mind. Doesn't matter.
I was like 11.
I thought you said that, and then you're like, I got out of a serious relationship. I was like, okay, bro.
I should have just kept on that bit. I just got out of a serious relationship. I was like 11, and yeah,
First love,
I
man.
just stopped smoking.
yeah.
You know.
I was going through a rough time, trying to knock some vices out, save some money. At 11.
Sean, what about you, man?
Probably around 2006-ish. My mom rented this, and I like romantic comedies a lot. I don't know. They get me, okay? And
Okay.
she was just watching a movie. I like watching movies, and I sat down and I watched it, and I was delighted. Are you fucking kidding me?
There you go.
Like, what the fuck? That movie was charming as hell, and it charmed the pants right off me when I went to bed.
Not unlike some of the characters by Jude Law.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. I'd have to say it's no natural born killers.
Yeah.
So this is a 7 for me.
7. Guys, let's paint the picture. 2006 just came out of a very serious relationship. I was out of college at this point. And I wanted nothing to do with the romantic comedies because anything that I had tried did not get the relationship back. And they're just like, well, pretty cool. We didn't get our relationship back, but now we got a better one. And I was like, I fucking hate my life.
It's great. I'm happy for you, man.
And then, by the way, I had just seen Just Friends for the first time recently, and like, how are you ever going to watch this movie if you've already seen the perfect rom-com?
Sure. The perfect Christmas rom-com.
The perfect Christmas rom-com.
Oh, yeah.
It's already been done. Why do I want to watch this? So, first rating, guys, 2.5. Blah. That's a blah.
Blah.
Josh
Splat.
Miller's with us today, and he says 2 months in a row, movies I haven't seen in theaters, and brace yourself, this is an I've never seen.
Whoa.
Which might be weird, might not. I love rom-coms, and I love Christmas rom-coms. Hands down, Love Actually is my favorite. I guess I gifted Starling this month. He thought he'd be left with the holiday. Instead, he gets Gremlins, as my fiance doesn't like Gremlins. I recently watched Gremlins. It'll be fun to do another I've never seen on this one. So nostalgic reviews, a big old not applicable. Ooh. As a group, we are a 5.83 on this one nostalgically, which, like we said, doesn't really matter.
Nah,
but
who cares?
if you want to know where that lies, that actually ties with Roger Rabbit, bottom 25 of anything we've done.
Interesting.
But guys, go ahead and forget about all this.
That's that.
Gladly.
That segment is over. You said it, you wanted it. We're still going to do it, but whatever. Time to move on now. We got to talk modern day. So Sean is going to get us into the important details of the movie. What do you got on this one, dude?
I don't have my glasses. Produced by Bruce Block and Nancy Myers. Edited by Joe Hutching. Music by Hans Zimmer. He's got to be up there with us. To be honest, by
gotta
now.
be.
Yeah. If there's Mount Rushmore, he's floating above in the clouds.
Yes.
Like in that, not in a weird way, you know.
Yeah.
You get it.
Yeah, I get it. And I think for the 11th time, maybe 12th, cinematography by Dean Cundy.
Unbelievable.
He's back, man.
Man.
He will be shooting a movie with us soon. You'll have to wait to hear that.
Yep.
Written and directed by Nancy Myers. Cast: Cameron Diaz, Kate Winslet, Jude Law, Jack Black, Eli Wallach, Edward Burns, Rufus Sewell, Miffy Engelfeld. Hang on, let me say it one more time. Miffy Engelfeld, Emma Pritchard, Sarah Parrish, Shannon Sussman. I love Shannon Sussman. Bill Macy, Shelley Berman, Catherine Hahn, John Krasinski, James Franco, Lindsay Lohan, and Dustin Hoffman. Perfect. Writer-director Nancy Myers was inspired to write the screenplay for The Holiday based off of what she was going through at the time. Myers said in an interview that she had her own Jasper in her life that would lead her on, but she was also madly in love with him, making what Iris goes through semi-autobiographical.
Oh. Sad.
Myers wrote the film with Cameron Diaz and Kate Winslet in mind for the roles of Iris and Amanda. Winslet met with Myers about the role, and she performed a scene from Something's Gotta Give, a previous Myers film, that further solidified her casting choice. Robert Downey Jr. and Jimmy Fallon auditioned to play Graham and Miles, but did not get the roles. However, since they were there in the room, they fed lines to Cameron Diaz and Kate Winslet as they needed someone to play off of. Kind of fun. They basically, he was like, they said, well, I just kind of did it as a favor for Nancy. Like, we knew we weren't getting the roles at the time, but we were there, so let's just help out these people that are our acolytes. Jack Black got the role of Miles because Myers loved him in School of Rock. Who didn't? Production began shooting in L.A. on location and on sound stages, with the interior of Amanda's house being a set on Sony Pictures Studios. The crew then moved to England and shot for a month. Myers did some location scouting for Iris's cottage and found one that suited her story but was too far away from production HQ. So they built the exterior facade in a field and shot the interiors on a soundstage. England locations included Godalming and Shire, a town and village in the county of Surrey in southeast England.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Should be in Canada. The holiday was released on December 8th, 2006, and on a budget, I think in our last brunch episode, I had estimated in my mind that this movie's probably like a $20-25 million budget. On a budget of $85 million, the film made $205.8 million at the box office and has become a Christmas classic over the years and AJ's favorite movie.
Yeah.
What a gamble, because I did read that they wrote it. I think you just said that they had those guys in mind, which they knew they were going to have to pay for. Mm-hmm. That's a gamble, man.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, are they really that big of names to drive people out at this point?
I think they're kind of both dwindling, especially
Yes.
Iris and Amanda. I think they're both kind of dwindling a little bit, but I mean, Kate Winslet's still winning Oscars at this point. So.
True.
Good point.
Well, we got to go to AJ now. He's going to get us the critics and fans alike, all the ratings, the reviews, everything we got to know about this. What do you got on this one, dude?
I just have the tomato meter.
Yeah.
Oh, the tomato meter.
Gross.
No, like jingle.
No, this
Tomatoes?
is a great movie, guys.
Okay.
Let's not fluff it up.
So he
This-
said every movie we've done is not great except
Thank
for this
you.
one.
Yes,
Cool.
exactly,
Yeah, just checking.
It's
Yeah.
weird. I think the Thing is like
Well, I
almost
guess he
an
didn't.
8 for you.
Oh, it's super weird. It's not a Christmas movie.
Well,
could be.
There's snow in it. So.
That's what determines the Christmas.
That's where Santa comes from. It's Antarctica.
51% splat.
Oh.
That,
Really?
believe
Yeah.
it or not, 51% critics, that is tied with Kindergarten Cop in 146 plays of any movie we've done. 146.
Man, oh man.
That's getting low.
Just the chemistry in both those movies, I just couldn't make up for the proper rating. Going over to the what we all know and love, the popcorn meter.
Do it at
right?
home. Enjoy. Do it
Yep.
at home. In your car. Do it.
Tell us if you hate that or not.
Oh, yeah. I will tell you.
I hate
yeah,
it,
it's
too.
the worst.
Yeah, I can't stand it.
Mike will speak for them.
No, don't write in. We hate it. You all hate it. Fuck you, IMDb. Rotten Tomatoes, all you guys.
Popcorn meter's an 80%, so a pretty decent discrepancy. But from there, a straight up 7.0 on IMDb.
You know how we feel about the 7.0s. That is the 19th movie that we've done that is a 7.0 on IMDb. That's 9.5% of all the movies we've done. Tied with Elf, notably.
Oh,
Should know that.
that is a Christmas movie.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, that is a Christmas movie. Thank you, Sean.
You're welcome.
And
Well, I'm certain about that one.
good. All right.
All right.
The critics had some things to say because they're critics. Premiere magazine website.
Premier Guitar.
It's Premiere
First.
Yep. They said the holiday is the type of welcome diversion that only Myers still seems to specialize. A romantic comedy where Barbara Stanwyck and Rosalind Russell would have been just as natural as Cameron Diaz and Kate Winslet,
Hell yeah.
and where the one-liners fly like confetti. Let's see, 70 out of 100. Justin Chang at Variety said, a lavishly overstuffed gift basket of a movie. And let's see, we got Owen Gleiberman, Entertainment Weekly, 67 out of 100. The dialogue has a perky synthetic sheen, and with the exception of Diaz, Myers brings out the best in her actors.
Wow. A little shade on Diaz.
Shots fired. Let's see, not so great down there. The AV Club gave it a 25, even with a wild card like Jack Black desperately retooling his lines. There's nothing authentic or personal about the holiday. It's as chilling as heartwarmers get.
Nerds.
Chilling
Nerds.
as heartwarmers get.
That's what they said. Yeah, I don't pick their words.
Good line, but I disagree.
They've
Yeah.
never kissed, so it's fine. They don't understand it.
You're right.
Never kiss anybody.
No. Maybe the back of their hands practicing.
Yeah. Or their brothers or sisters.
Stop! Don't come in here!
It's done.
Unless you want to try.
Wait,
Wanna
wait,
practice?
wait, who is it? 1 out of 10. Awful, said John Rogers. Jack Black, romantic lead? Seriously? One of the worst films ever. Don't waste your time and money on this drivel. Another person.
Drivel.
That's a Sean word, right?
It's just pure drivel. Pure drivel. That guy's name is Jasper.
Oh, gross.
Not another one.
Exact. I know that's his name.
Another 1 out of 10. Vomit-inducing.
There might be a
Speaking
scene or
of
two.
drivel.
Yeah.
So many toe-curling moments. The whole Cameron Diaz-Jude Law thing. It was as if the director and writer was acting out some kind of personal fantasy. Zero chemistry between Jack Black and Kate Winslet. I don't get his casting at all. That's it.
Well,
Another person just said really worthless. And that was, who treats dogs like that? So unbelievable to see that someone can leave their dog to total strangers in total stress, and through the movie, nobody takes care of him. We just don't see him anymore. Dog is not a cute toy for a scene. All right, if it's in the movie, there should be story with him also.
I agree.
All right,
Good call.
Hey, all right.
respect. It's enough of the dog talk. This other person's. I'll skip that one.
This movie's too perfect.
This is actually a pretty good one. It's a little bit longer. I'll see if I can pick from it. Unromantic and unfunny. 1 out of 10. Not a Clance. December 27th, 2022. They were not impressed in watching this for a Christmas movie. Let's see. All right. I thought I'd give this movie a second chance on NF this year after hating it many years. On Netflix this year after.
No, wait, whoa. No, for real? They said, did
NF?
you, they said they wrote NF?
NF,
They
yeah.
shortened Netflix to NF?
Yeah, capital N, capital F. Netflix is one word, by the way.
Oh, wow. I think we've reached the all-time low of humanity.
This is the
currently.
worst part of
we've done
all of this segment.
I just have nothing to say.
You know, NF.
You know what I'm talking about, Rick.
NF and chill. Yeah.
NFC.
Oh,
NFC.
man. NFC. Oh, okay. Stop it. Hating it many years earlier, and I happened to see it for the first time. I still hate it. Could not even finish it. For the life of me, I can't understand how so much A-list Hollywood talent could work on such a dreadful, cheap Hallmark piece of dreck.
Dreck and drivel.
It's a good band name.
Did they read
Drivel
this?
Dreck.
Drivel Dreck.
Dreck.
I like that.
Did someone threaten their lives or the lives of their children? Were they all in the bankruptcy and really need the money? Why Kate Winslet? Why? Hans Zimmer? Really?
HZ, for real? No.
Kate Dubs?
K-Dubs?
What?
CD? What's going on?
JB. Oh my God.
Saved a lot of time. This guy, you know what? This person's, I like this.
You do
He's
like this
saving a
guy.
lot of time, man.
Genius.
You know what we're doing right now?
Right up-
Wasted it.
Right
It's
up
always-
Mike's alley.
It's literally my fault. When I interrupt, it's fucking hilarious. But when you guys keep going, I'm like, let's go. Let's get to my opening lines. Let's go.
He's just really excited to share his opening lines.
It's probably one of my favorites.
I
so
know. It's
we're
one of
ready-
my favorites,
we're-
too.
Well, no, this one is.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. The story insults the intelligence of even a most permissive rom-com viewer. Two strangers chat for 5 minutes and swap houses without even so much as talking on the phone. Let's pick and choose. A London journalist somehow lives in a cute countryside town where cabs don't stop. A handsome publisher is at once a drunk womanizer, but also a doting father and conveniently a widower. Both women immediately find the perfect man and fall in love so they can finally be happy because a woman can only find happiness with a man. Sure. Please excuse me. I gotta go vomit.
A lot of vomit talk in the
I
reviews,
know.
man.
Vomit,
They
drivel,
also said,
Dreck.
they said toe curling. Isn't that generally associated with good?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
usually
Fuck
good
yeah,
thing.
man.
Yeah, bro.
Fucking-
CD was curling toes.
Yeah, that's
man.
right.
Shit,
Doing some S.
Yeah, dude.
Doing
Yeah,
some
lots of S.
missionary S.
MS,
Yeah,
yeah.
bro.
Wait. Well,
MS rules.
It kind of does.
It's underrated.
last one, guys. 10 out of 10. Most underrated movie in the history.
All right.
In the history. 10 out of 10. That's like the Doom. Yes.
Temple of the Doom.
The Doom. Yeah. This is Missa J. Williams, 2023. The dialogues are just pure brilliance. Every other sentence is a gem. The writing is so wonderful. It's that kind that makes you say, they don't make them like that anymore. Quote from Miles about the song he wrote for Iris, I have only used the good notes. All the mentions of gumption, it's so empowering, makes you want to get out there and live. Love the story. Well, all 3 stories in one. It actually got me to look into home exchange, and it's a proper real thing. Who knew? We have now done 2 successful exchanges, like you were saying, Mike.
So weird.
We watch this movie every Christmas. Best Christmas movie ever. Deserves so much higher than a 6.9. Well, it's coming up in the world. It's now a 7.
We're moving up.
We are moving up, guys. So
You got Little Lebowski Urban Achievers today. If you don't know, you can join our Patreon, get a ton of perks. So many different tiers. You got bonus audio, voting on upcoming episodes, giving us your modern day rating. But top tier Little Lebowski Urban Achievers at patreon.com/confusedbreakfast. You get to give us your notes on the show. We read it on air. Say your name.
you got it.
Kind of fun.
It's really fun. We just had a new person sign up the other day. So, you know.
I love reading them. It's great having them along for the ride, guys. Little Lebowski Urban Achievers, not to be confused with the Little Urban Achievers.
Yeah, you gotta add that.
You gotta. It's funny that Lebowski makes it okay.
Oh, yeah. Always.
So necessary means for getting your review on the show. Alex Navarro in with us here. This is the first time seeing this movie. I've always known it as the rom-com that Jack Black is in. Gotta say, it's a little weird seeing him in a more serious role, but it's not bad. I enjoyed him in this movie. I knew that somehow the 4 characters were going to end up together in the end, but I had no idea how it was going to all play out, which kept me entertained. And I gotta say, I still don't know how it all worked out. Is Amanda going to move to England and marry Graham? What about Iris and Miles? Does he move to England or does she move to LA? We know Graham fell in love with Amanda, but she never really said it to him. What the heck? And Iris and Miles are just kind of, yeah, maybe. They kind of like each other. Did I miss something? Whatever. I enjoyed this movie, even though I felt left hanging in the end. I guess it's more about the journey than the destination. I give this movie a 7.5. He's got a prop for us and a most punchable face. Damn it, Jude Law. Can you be less attractive? My wife is right here.
Dude, same.
Answer, you're saying what we're all feeling.
Yep.
Yes, there it is.
In a world where every single celebrity can start a podcast and immediately have 10 million downloads on episode 1, even non-celebrities like the wife of an unknown football player who just happens to be the brother of the guy who's dating Taylor Swift can shoot directly to number 1 without even trying. This Christmas, 3 regular, everyday guys are wishing for a holiday miracle. They've slaved away for over 4 years and put out more than 300 episodes, slowly grinding away at creating a product that the world can enjoy. They need a spark to help them bring this to the masses, and it comes in an unlikely movie review. Can a modern-day review of The Holiday bring them mainstream success and allow them to take back the podcast platform in the name of regular, everyday people? Or will they be forced to give up their dreams because they aren't popular, good-looking, funny, rich, knowledgeable, powerful, or young? Find out now. This Christmas. Here we go.
Merry Christmas.
You brought 2 co-hosts? Didn't think one would be enough.
Scene 1. Iris lives outside of London and has been in love with Jasper Bloom for over 3 years. When she finds out that he gets engaged, Iris falls apart. Meanwhile, in LA, Amanda discovers that boyfriend has cheated on her and she breaks up with him. In order to get away for a while, she visits a home swap website and finds Iris's house. The two agree to swap homes for 2 weeks. Iris falls in love with the luxury of Amanda's Los Angeles home. Can you believe that?
Oh, Jasper.
Jasper.
Oh, Jasper.
Jasper.
Just the most English name in the entire world. If you like, I love you, Nancy Meyer, and I like your scripts a lot, but like that's just like the most cliche English name I've ever heard in my entire life. Just gonna throw it out there.
I also have
Jasper or Iris?
Jasper.
both.
Okay. Got it.
I have a
Jasper
lot of
Bloom.
I watched the full movie twice, and then I rewatched the intro just to confirm my notes because I'm like I don't know if I'd believe this, but this intro of her talking, I didn't hear a single word. Like I don't know about you guys, but none of it. It all went in my ear and out my ear. There's something about the audio of it and her tone of her accent and the just utter nonsense of what she's fucking saying. Like Shakespeare once said that. It's like I literally still 3 times watching this monologue at the beginning didn't care a single thing what she had to say or setting up this movie.
I mean, you saying that and me trying to recall it is impossible.
You literally don't know what she said.
It's out of my mind, right? I
not
started
that-
on the next scene with my notes, so
It's not that I feel like what you're saying is invalid. It's just that I want to disagree, but I don't think that I can.
Because you don't actually know what she said.
Because I feel like part of it though too is I'll come out and I'll say this. This is one of the more like maybe I feel like it's such an underrated score in this movie from Hans Zimmer. I feel like this is one that he should probably have more notoriety for.
it's definitely something different.
It's very different, but there's something about it that I love so much. And the reason I bring that up right now is because the score drowns out kind of what she's saying.
Yes.
Not in like a levels way, but I'm just like so focused on the score. And then what she's saying is like subconsciously going through me. They're talking about love and how sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. That's pretty much it.
I remember watching it and I remember it working for me. Like I remember just the word kind of salad was like, oh, I like these words.
It was comforting
Yes.
just to hear, oh, cool, we're snuggle up.
And nice faces are
Yes.
on screen, you know, and it definitely worked for me. But yeah, I couldn't.
Just a real quick transcript.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you anything.
It was Shakespeare who also said love is blind. Now that is something I know to be true. For some, quite inexplicably, love fades. For others, love is simply lost. But then, of course, love can also be found. It's like, that is pure and utter. That's a poem that I wrote when I was 6.
Get to the nonsense.
Just shut up and just get to, because I don't think you don't need, this is the only overdub we have in the movie, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like, let me tell you a story of a time when I was once in love. But it's not. It's just her saying nonsensical words to get us into the party. Just start at the party. Don't even show Jack Black playing the keys for 1 second.
I
Just
wish
start at the party.
I wish I felt like exactly like you right now because I want to do what you guys did to me on Final Destination. Yeah. Really, really bad. But
you mean me and you?
Continue to just
dude,
dog on
seriously, like all the
I
words
looked
that were
at you
just
when I said this. I go, Sean, let's go. Come on, man.
For me, it feels like now that you're saying this, and if you think about it, what her job is she's like a writer at a newspaper or whatever that is.
It also doesn't matter, like,
well,
because we don't really know.
we don't. And so they write articles here. It's probably a blog, you know, like
it's a huge office.
It's a magazine called Love.
Love. Ooh, Love magazine. Have you gotten your new copy? But she covers the weddings. So that's what we kind of find out later at this
Right,
party, right?
yeah, right here,
She
yeah.
covers the weddings. And for me, it's almost, now that you say that, it's almost kind of a joke or a play. I'm like, she's writing about somebody's wedding. It's just like, yeah, it's just fucking nonsense. Just talk a little bit about that.
I mean, it's like filming someone's wedding. You're just like, fuck.
It's just like,
Christ.
do we really care? We've seen a million weddings.
When is dinner?
How else do you describe another frickin' wedding? Another wedding. God,
For those
the
of you who
love
don't
was
know
in
me.
the air. Yeah.
For anybody out there, next time you go to a wedding reception, I'm going to tell you with 95% certainty, the maid of honor will open her speech up with, for those of you who don't know me,
You know what I mean?
that I'm just going to throw that out there. Like,
I'm
that's
the
how-
wild one.
Down to the inflection.
And it's always like, for those of you who don't know me, I'm the sister that you guys all grew up with. Everybody knows me.
Yeah.
I'm twins with her, so you pretty much have been around me your whole life.
I've
but
never
there
seen you.
For those of you who might not recognize me, I'm Amanda's twin. It's just like, no shit.
We've had a lot of good times, and we've had a lot of bad times. And we've had a lot of times we can't talk about right now. But listen, seriously, I don't feel like I'm losing a sister, but I'm gaining a brother.
10 minutes
really-
later, she's up against the wall twerking. It's like,
They really balance each other out.
Yes, love is patient, love is blind, or whatever. Something like
Shakespeare
that. I don't know,
once
just
said.
quote the holiday. It's fine. quote the intro of the holiday.
Next wedding I'm at, that's what I'm like. If I'm in line to say a speech, I'll just be like, "Excuse me, excuse me, thank you."
Just to quote Iris from the holiday.
you don't know
No.
like what to say, so you're just like December 7th, 1941. What is he doing?
Fourscore. Anyways, though I do think you guys are right. I don't need like this. Maybe this whole. We don't need this introduction of these main characters right now. We're gonna get to them
We'll get to 'em
regardless.
eventually.
We saw him on the poster.
It kind of felt like they only did it almost only for Jack Black, his character for Miles, because we really don't catch him until a little bit later on.
Yeah.
But that's about it. I don't know. It's the only like salvaging thought I have about it. Other than that, you're right. Starting at the party. The party is where it's at here. And I think and we get a lot of good like exposition of what's going on.
Let's just get it out of the way.
Okay.
Let's just.
If we were on a train to go punch a face, I'm on board.
I don't see how anybody could disagree. I know Alex feels the same way. I mean, what a little bitch Jasper's character is. Jasper. He literally seems confused when he looks out. He just announced his engagement, and he's like, "What? Why is she crying?"
Yeah.
Oh, I totally didn't see this feeling
I got a gift.
coming.
I got a gift for you, and wow, our chemistry is off the charts. Like when we're in the same room, it's like and there's like a lot of other people in it. It's like my eyes just gravitate towards you. It's like so weird. Like it just seems like kind of we're in love. And then she's like, wait, who's this bitch?
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
Oh, yeah, the other girl from the other floor, like 2 floors up. Got it. Okay.
They left out some details there, like that had to be like boss's daughter or something like that.
Think so?
Like,
Maybe.
it had to be. There has to be that underlying reason of why, because he still clearly either likes the idea of Iris or does like Iris, but. Oh yeah, just by the way, I just got engaged to. I had to get engaged.
You
to her.
said it. He definitely likes the idea of Iris.
The idea
Yeah.
of it.
I just love the idea of us, you know? Whatever. What happened to us?
Why don't we talk?
You,
anymore?
you idiot. You happened to us. You didn't let it happen to us, you turd.
But like apparently it did. Like they did date.
They did, yeah.
So
Sounds- yeah.
there was a breakup. Then obviously it's been a while. He's been clearly dating someone else, right? Like
and it
they
sounds
just don't
like
care.
it
They're
sou-
just
yeah. It sounds like he started seeing this other girl.
bitch.
Yeah, this other bitch.
Yeah,
Whore.
Who's
she sucks.
Yeah, absolute sleut. And
Feel bad for her. She didn't know.
she has no idea.
She has no.
Oh,
clue.
she's gonna get entangled into Jasper's net web and stuff
Yeah.
too. You know.
You know what? It's really true. It's like, man, I kind of feel bad for her.
Oh yeah.
Because like no one is in a good place here. This is a triangle that has no base.
And if you want to go further on, I mean, this is just relationship advice I wish somebody would have given me a long time ago. But the minute that she finally did get over him, now Jasper's all in on Iris. Jasper is all in from that moment at the end of the movie. Like their relationship's done. Jasper's going to be doing whatever he can to get Iris.
Yeah.
Now that she said no.
Yep.
Feel bad for that?
Fucking asshole, dude.
Yep, dude.
Yeah, it's just turd. Rufus Sewell just plays such a great
I know it.
jerk.
We'll see him
You know
again
what I
in
mean?
a couple of weeks.
Like-
Knight's Tale.
Yeah, and like he does such because he's also, you can understand why he's probably a likable guy to a lot of other people. You know what I mean? But then at the same time, it's just like you are an underlying piece of shit.
Yeah.
And like it's even like all their interactions, they're so one-sided. She has the gift for him that's very, very well thought out and heartfelt, and like I know like this idea about you, first edition, whatever. And he's like, oh, You stinker.
Stinker.
You stinker.
No,
You
seriously.
stink.
You need to do something about that.
It's like, no, but seriously, like, what is that smell in here?
What
Your
is
office.
that?
It's just every time I walk in here, it's just infuriating.
It's awful.
It's terrible. Yeah.
Well, then taking another step, I think this movie also wants you to hate Ethan. But I don't hate Ethan. Ethan being Amanda's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay.
He cheated.
Not great. Not great.
Not good.
Not great.
Well, not great.
When you put it that way.
No, but I think they want you to put them in the same class.
In the same boat.
And they're not. I really don't think so. I think Ethan does have a little bit of validation. He shouldn't have done what he did, but he has a little bit of validation of why this relationship's not working out.
He is
A little bit. Enough to be like, maybe they should have had the conversation, you know?
Right. There's this definitely isn't the first time this has been brought up or this has come up. Okay. There's some background here that we just aren't privy to. And you're right. There's a point where you're just like, man, it didn't seem like you guys were a great match regardless. Maybe you should have had this out a long time ago before it got to this point, right?
Before she strikes him.
Right.
Real good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, the punch was great. I like the punch, but, like, she gets better revenge later.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We'll get to there.
Yeah,
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Maybe my a lovable face in this though is the gardener.
It's literally my note in all capital letters.
Is that right?
I was so excited to be like, I think this is my favorite lovable face of the year. He might win an award when this is over.
I'm sorry I took it away from you.
No, please continue. This is your movie, dude.
Well, you just had this guy, and he's just like, you bless this man's heart because he's got to go around just dealing with this. He's just like, I'm just trying to do my job. This guy's out in his boxers again. How many times has he seen this? And then like he even tries to offer up like a little bit of advice. It's like, just put me out of my misery, okay? Then just tell me, just say it. You know, what's worse? And he just looks up, he's just like,
do not.
Don't say it. It's a trap.
No, dude.
It's a trap.
No.
He's just trying to do this man one last solid.
If she comes down here, it's not going to be good.
Dude, I've seen it.
Don't do it. I just want to finish these bushes, please, for the love of God.
I have this one thing to go, and I get to go home.
But
He's trying to make it an
dude,
early day.
it's even funny to me. She says, Amanda goes, swear on my life that you didn't cheat. And I was like, pretending I was Ethan. I'm like, well, Ethan clearly doesn't care.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I swear on your life. Like, what is that?
Yeah,
Why is he not going to swear on her life? He's already cheated. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Maybe she gets struck down dead because he swore on her life and he was lying. And then he's like, all right, well.
He's like, man, this is just getting too weird. He's like, I really didn't think.
Yeah, put it on something he actually cares about. Like,
Yeah.
swear on the intern's life.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Swear on the gardener's life because this man is a saint. And
Fine.
You gonna put him in the way of getting it? Okay.
Would you guys watch Deception?
I don't think I would.
I'm sure. You know what? I'm sure we've all seen Deception in some way, shape, or form, guys, and we all regret it. So,
I'm watching this trailer. I'm like, this is a movie. If I saw the trailer, I'm like, you couldn't pay me a single dime to watch this.
And they're like, yeah. We nailed it.
Oh, we got it. It's like if you could like make that. It's like Happy Red, not like Scorsese Red. I'm like, well, that's your fucking problem right there.
Yeah. See,
Movies just look fucking gray and blue nowadays.
I really enjoy when movies do this and they actually create something from nothing.
I know.
Like, that's so fun to me. The
It
idea
is.
of them writing some shitty-ass movie and filming it. Like Home Alone 1, like they filmed that, the Angels with Filthy Souls or whatever, just for that. That's so cool to me. And who was it? It was
it's James
Franco
and Lindsay
and
Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan.
Very topical. Just
Yes.
just like, let's put a timestamp on this movie.
Just go like this real quick. This is the year this movie came out.
Blam. There it is. And it is just, and I just love that idea. She thought she was just a regular 20-year-old. and then the zoom in and like the still on James Franco looking over his shoulder. Just all the action, the blockbuster cliches packed into one trailer is amazing.
I mean, yeah, Nancy Myers knows what she's doing with this. It's just like it's supposed to be this kind of like
it's just so on the nose.
Yeah, it's just supposed to be like the new Shia LaBeouf film.
Yeah,
Eagle
Eye or whatever the hell that was called.
Exactly. It's exactly like that. And I do like how she does this. And the trailer voice does come in with her inner monologue.
It's pretty awesome.
That is cool. That's a really nice touch.
Who is that guy? Somebody tell me his name, but they bring in the voice. You know what I mean? Like, it is his voice that is Amanda Woods wasn't looking for love.
Hal Douglas.
Hal Douglas.
He's the guy.
That is the voice, man.
I think he's passed away now.
Shoot, I was going to say maybe I was going to send him my script I read in the intro there and had him do it, man.
That would have been amazing.
Does he have a cameo?
No, I don't think so.
No,
Okay,
but I
shit.
think he does have an AI we can get, so we can just
definitely.
plug it into that. It'll be fine.
They're just available.
Hal Douglas AI, read this thing.
I'm going to try.
There you go.
So if you heard it, this was the moment that it happened.
Boom.
I did like how she's looking up vacation spots. She just types in vacation spots on Google.
On Google.
Where I'm like, wow, they got Google, not like search.com.
Not Ask Jeeves.
Did you notice how she wrote vacation homes in quotation marks? Like apparently that must have been a thing.
It's
that
the idea of vacation.
vacation homes.
Now you type VA and it goes, yeah, we know what you're talking about. We already heard you listening. It's vacation homes.
It's just like Jasper loves the idea of being with Iris. She loves the idea of vacations, you know?
We get it. Yeah, but you spelled homes wrong. You spelled homes HOEMS, and we have no clue what you're asking. So like it's no matches. We don't know.
We
got to
have
spell it
nothing.
right. We have nothing for
We
you.
have nothing to go off of.
It's funny too because like she's like talking to herself, so we don't have to like read what she's reading. She's just doing the exposition for the audience, which is just like this is like kind of like one of my only gripes about the movie. And then Kate Winslet's doing it too. She's like. A house in England, like where can I go? Like, I am so sad right now. Like,
I
need to get away from my spot that I'm in right now.
I'm so in my own head right now, and it's just, you're right, because if there's anything like upon rewatch for this of the performances, I think it is Cameron Diaz that's falling flat for me, and I think it's because of the position that she's getting put into.
Yeah.
Of reading her thoughts.
Well, they're both doing it, and
You know?
and like Kate Winslet's, I guess, maybe better at it or something. But like then, like when they're both like looking up the place, then they get in contact with each other and they're chatting, and they're both saying their things out loud. It's not just like showing us like the chat on the computer or anything. And I'm just like, wow, cinema. Oh wow. My gosh.
Refreshing.
Cinema.
Thank goodness I don't have to read.
Do you think many people would say about this movie that your four main characters that this is some of the worst acting they've done in their careers?
It's again, for some reason, Kate Winslet can sell it to me, and Cameron Diaz is just having a tough time for it, because I think that there is a very present character that Cameron Diaz is doing rather than acting through it, if that makes sense.
Okay.
She's being a character who's going through this thing rather than like putting herself into this.
Yeah.
Into these words. You know what I mean? And that's the way it feels. I know that that's I'm saying bullshit now, right?
It's bollocks.
But yeah, that's the way I feel about it.
I don't know. I really do like I like Cameron Diaz in general. I don't think she gets enough credit maybe for some of the things she's done. But in this movie, and we'll point it out as we go along, but if you're talking about just Cameron Diaz, there are moments when she really, I think she really kills it in a way that I didn't expect. Like when she's the compilation of her trying to cry at the computer screen.
Yeah.
I normally would not like something like that, and I thought it was hilarious.
See, how is she doing that?
Yeah, right?
But then the other part, I'm just like struggling with.
I know.
Yeah, you're 100%
I think
right.
that's every actor in this movie. They'll have their moments where you're like, yeah, there it is, and then you'll have the moment where you go, what? God.
It's almost like they didn't get one more take that they needed or
Correct.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This movie is just like almost all cringy, like Hallmark-ish kind of stuff, where it's just
Totally.
like so like just getting you in the heart, but it works.
It
Totally
I know.
works. And like I can't help it. I can't help but like I'm like, oh, that was really like that was really cheesy. But I'm like, as that kind of fades, I'm like, ugh. I kind of like it though.
Why is this warming me
I'm gonna
up?
keep watching because I kind of like this part.
That's the thing. Even amidst like all these things, and it's a nitpick, right? Like I love Cameron Diaz. I think she's great. There's just some of those things, but in the end, I'm still drawn back in because there is something so like warm and fuzzy about the performances, even if they get cheesy or if they get a little loose.
Yeah.
Still great. Even some of the cameos and some of the small roles. John Krasinski, number one.
Yeah.
He's kind of a nobody at this point. I mean, Office had just come out.
He's in the thick of The Office at this point.
I thought 2005 was The Office.
2005 was season 1.
Okay.
And then 2006 is where they are getting through. This is where they're getting through the end of season 2, or kind of in the midst of season 2.
On his break between seasons, he probably did a couple movies.
Yeah.
like
just
this.
small role. He was probably there a day.
Got some
filming
appearances
this, yeah.
in. And then who's
That's
her
Catherine
other
Hahn. Yeah.
Catherine Hahn. And
Love
great.
her.
I love Catherine
But
Hahn.
nothing of note here.
No, no.
Right.
Right.
Wow, we never
And
go.
now-
You always say it's our busy time.
They could have had anybody do it though, but they have Catherine Hahn here, and
Yeah.
I just love it.
Yes.
It's
Now
great.
Golden Globe nominated Catherine
Damn,
Hahn with her new show out. I mean, she's amazing.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
awesome.
Well, John Krasinski hasn't done anything. in
Yeah,
his-
No,
in his
he
career.
hasn't done much
gone
of
on
note.
He
much.
really fell off,
Poor
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, unfortunately, just couldn't get past these kinds of roles.
Yeah.
Sounds like he
really
needs some-
typecast and
He needs some Iowa, like two Iowa screenwriters to like write him a movie to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He
we'll
should
get on
bul-
that, I guess.
He should work out a little bit. Maybe get some action stuff under his belt.
Maybe find himself like a really, really talented hot wife or something. I don't know.
Just have a beautiful family. Settle down a little bit, but not slow down.
Hey,
Just settle
John, if you're
down.
listening, man, hopefully it works out for you, buddy.
Yeah, man, praying for you.
Yeah, man, praying. T's and P's.
One last thing. T's and P's.
Yeah, T's and P's.
T's and
dude.
P's, babe.
Also, movie magic. The main characters, it's convenient because they're both well off and fucking rich as hell, so they can just drop everything and go to halfway across the globe the next day.
Yeah. We're workaholics.
Movie magic.
And we don't take vacations ever. And so that's what we do.
Well, explain to me this whole. First of all, obviously, he said it. HomeExchange.com was a real thing back then. I would never do that. I don't understand why. I don't use VRBO and Airbnb because they make me like take the trash out and shit like that. I'm like, that's bullshit. But anyway, does she own this cottage?
Yeah, this
Seems
is her
so.
house.
This is like her house.
So she's rich enough to own this cottage and makes a 2-hour round trip trek to London every day for work.
Yeah, which by the way, it'd be like what did they say? Like $6 million for this cottage.
Yeah.
So yeah, like they play this down like it's like, oh, this is just a nice place. This is a nice, quaint, quiet place to be able to live.
You could build a place like this in a day.
Yeah.
They said this place, if this were actually a place in Surrey right now, it'd be worth more than what the LA house is.
Yeah.
That's insane.
But I think I'm
awesome.
assuming they're thinking that because these are two apparently rich people. But why is her house listed on the website? She never goes anywhere. Did she literally just that night come home and put it on the website, or was it always listed on there? But she never goes anywhere.
And
it makes you think like it was always listed, like she listed it because her friends had done it or something, and then that's.
She doesn't seem like the type. What if Jasper calls?
Well, sometimes maybe. Are you talking about Iris?
Iris, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. I thought you were saying Amanda, and I'm like, well, that makes a lot of sense of why she would like. It doesn't make sense why she would post her house.
Yeah, because Amanda did not post.
Because
her
you're
house.
embedded.
Yes.
Because she didn't.
Amanda's house was not posted. She got on the website and found a house that she's like, hey, what if we exchange?
And then she posted her house.
And so Iris's was already on there.
Okay.
But that's just the confusing part of why it was there.
Either both of them don't make sense because they just
No.
seem so embedded where they're at. Like, why would you go anywhere?
Yeah.
Because you're a trailer editor, maker, producer, so you have to be in LA. Like, why would you go anywhere
Christmas
else to
break,
make
yeah.
a trailer?
What? I will bring this up later on, like when they're talking, especially when they're talking about, I don't know, how are we gonna make it work, like that kind of thing. I'll bring up the jobs later.
Yeah.
But the idea of like, oh, she's on this like home exchange thing. I don't have necessarily a problem with that. What I have a problem with is like, it just seems it does work out, and I mean that's the magic of movies. Is it's just so nice. Like, oh, I shot this IM over and just happened to get a response immediately when they're on 7 hours apart, 8 hours apart.
No fear of scams whatsoever.
No
this
fear.
was the way back times when it's like, of course this person's real.
Dude, this is just
I'm
shortly...
going to leave my dog here with him, my beloved dog,
We'll
and
get
everything's
there.
going to be fine.
Yeah.
Get there.
Hey,
Everything's gonna be great.
I just imagined Cameron Diaz getting there and be like, she didn't say anything about dog.
Duh.
I'm not feeding that thing. Fuck this.
Dude, if that was me nowadays, I'd be like, no, I don't have time for a fucking dog.
I didn't come here to
I'm
feed
not
a
going to
dog.
walk a dog right now. I'm on vacation.
She sees the email and her like confirmation or whatever is like, yeah, take out the trash. This is here, and yeah, our neighbors are kind of far away, but here are their names if you ever run into them or whatever. And like way down on the page, like, oh yeah, you got to take care of my dog too.
Yep. It's just there's the fine print.
You're also dog sitting,
Yeah.
so
I'm not going to board the dog.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave my. I don't know about you guys also have pets. Your pet is like, oh yeah, it's like it's borderline like another child. That you're just like, yeah, my dog. I'm now just going to leave you with a complete stranger.
It'll be fine.
I have no idea who you are, and if you have any experience with dogs, I have no idea.
Might be deathly allergic.
Yep.
You know, a lot of people, like, when I show houses, they're like, well, we left the dog out. The dog's awesome. Like, don't worry, dog will be fine.
Totally.
Dog is not fine. You've never seen dog without you
Right.
when a stranger comes to the house.
Yeah, and then it decides to do its job.
You've
What it
never
believes-
seen it because you're the owner, and you only see him when he's like, I love you, Dad.
Yeah.
and that unconditional love is unconditional, especially when strangers are around. That's a condition that they want to be.
I'll go to the grave for my
Yeah.
dad.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Fuck yeah, Dad.
He's like, oh, I'm sorry, you don't belong here. That's what that dog's gonna do. I do want to say though too, just on the IM conversation thing, like you're right. This is just shortly after like chat rooms were a thing
Yep.
and probably needed to be regulated.
Probably.
And like, yeah, we just have strangers.
This was me and my buddies going, let's tell them that we got a house.
Yeah.
Let's tell them it's a really nice house.
Yeah.
Tell her it's awesome.
Just-
Just tell her you fell out. She broke up. You tell her you got to have a breakup too.
Just
Is she hot?
use the words, Mike, that like it's an absolute crapshoot of a house, right? Like maybe it's like, yeah, this is the cottage when it was in good condition, and then like now use those words of realty of like quaint home, cozy
Means small.
yeah, it means small.
Cozy means small.
And lots of charm, good bones.
Charm means
falling
old.
apart.
Yep. Oh, yep. That means old.
Like
Cozy charming means old and small. You don't want that.
it's like that's how this is getting described, and yeah, it's like
Give me the house though. I fucking love that house.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'll take that over Amanda's house any day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, are we in on that?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if
I don't know. Those blinds are pretty tight. Those black
See,
on
I'm-
They're
blinds.
pretty
That's what I'm
sick.
saying.
They're pretty sick, and you got some great lovable faces around taking care
You
of
do.
your house.
Yeah. Well, let's do scene 2. So Amanda grows bored right away in London and books a flight back to LA for the next day. That night, Iris's brother Graham comes over unannounced and they end up sleeping together. The next morning, Amanda decides to stay and goes to meet Graham at the pub and they sleep together again. In LA, Iris meets Miles and his girlfriend Maggie. Later, she meets Arthur Abbott and escorts him home. The two become fast friends.
So Amanda is on her way to the cottage. And by the way, the cottage at night just looks like one of those like popcorn tins that you get from Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts or whatever.
Maybe
It's
in
just
like a snow globe or
picturesque,
something. Yeah.
just whatever. Dean
Yeah.
Cundy just,
No big deal.
He sucks at
like a
stuff.
Terry Redling painting.
Yes. But she sleeps her whole way through the entirety of London and arrives at the cottage to walk. You slept the entire T of a country?
She slept the plane too, so she
Yeah.
just sleeps.
I'm just saying, if I once I land in a place, I'm just like, I want to see all of it.
I have to
I've
see
never been here before.
everything.
One of the messed up things about flying to Europe, I know I've done it, AJ's done it, Sean's about to do it because we're going on tour in Ireland, but
Oh, sick.
yeah, I forgot to tell you about that.
I should probably tell my
Surprise.
boss.
The weird thing is
We did a
is
home exchange.
you leave at like 2 p.m, and so you're wide awake, but then you're going to land like 8 hours later at 8 a.m, and it's messed up. Because you're tired now. You're ready to go to bed, but your entire day just started. So you have to stay up. And it's so easy to stay up because you're like, oh, this is awesome. Like, it's when you go anywhere. You show up and you're like, let's go.
Yeah.
You will pay for it that night because you will sleep about 14 hours once you finally do get to bed. But
Correct.
It's impossible to fall asleep the minute you land.
That's
mean,
when you
if
pull
you're-
the iris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're going to Nebraska, yeah, sleep through it.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever. But if you're going to an entire different country, what the fuck are you doing?
That's the thing.
Get
And
some Red Bull, bitch.
the other great thing
Would've been
about it.
big time Red Bull back then, 2006.
Oh, yeah.
It would have just come out.
Gives
People
you
would have been
wings,
like, let's
dog.
go.
Yeah, dog.
There's nothing wrong with drinking 10 of these mixed with vodka. We swear. We haven't done the
Absolutely.
research yet.
I drink one a day. I haven't been in the doctor in a long time.
Hey, what else can I mix with this?
Dude, when it was like 2004 and we were playing Ultimate Frisbee in college. Of
course you were.
And a Red Bull truck pulled up and was like, hey, we got this new drink called Red Bull. You should drink it. And we drank it like it was water because they were like, no, it's a sports drink. And we're like, okay, cool.
Sports drink.
Just for like 10 hours, we're just going, Everybody forgets the first time they had an energy drink because it's a special moment.
It's true.
You can't feel that anymore if you've had 10 of them every day since then. But man, that first moment's incredible.
Dude, and that's the thing. Like, it might be 8 a.m. in the morning when you land and you're like rearing and ready to go, and you have no remorse about immediately finding whatever the locals drink there and just drinking a lot of it and starting
go.
right then and
Yeah.
there. It's you're still living on airport rules. So it's like 9 a.m. Is there a brewery open?
I think I can take a beer right now.
You think, fish and chips? What do we got here?
Can I do that?
We siphon beer straight from the ground. Yeah, I think I'll have a beer.
yeah. Yeah.
Can we ask? Oh, go ahead.
Well, it's just like as they arrive to their respective houses or whatever, Iris is just like looking through everything and like so excited and just like running around and shit. It's like that's what I do at Airbnbs.
Duh.
Like every time I get an Airbnb, well, one, I have to look through every closet, under every bed, just in case.
Do you do the mirror? Do you touch the mirror to see if like there's a film?
Yeah, I go in the showers, look at the shower heads, make sure there's no camera
Yep.
or anything
Oh, yeah.
like that. You know, I have to do everything.
I make sure that there's a camera just in case, and then I kind of, if there is, I just like make sure it's nice and clean.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it'll
And
see
kind
my-
of give
show
yourself
it.
a little fluff.
Yeah,
It's on the
Yeah.
Show it
checklist
my
when you
butthole.
arrive. It's like make sure you make the beds when you
Yes.
arrive, and then also make sure you clean the cameras.
It's an hour before you can even enjoy yourself.
correct. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Right.
Can I ask a question of the general public? We do have a couple female listeners.
Oh, cool.
We have a few.
Nice.
Is this what women do? Do they turn on a song and then just act really weirdly crazy, like when the song's really loud? Like, do they? You know,
Somebody tell. Was that the song?
it's Mr. Brightside.
That's
You've got Amanda singing. Maybe the worst off key I think I've ever heard anyone sing. I think Cameron Diaz may be tone deaf.
It's a talent to be able to do it.
You can't
like
do
that.
that if you can't be a singer and sing that way.
Yeah.
So she just and then you get later on you get Iris fucking Jet. Jet comes on and she uses a pillow like a guitar like and you're like is this what
Is
you guys
this-
do when you're by yourself?
Is this
Do you guys
fun?
really do this?
Is this fun?
And
Is
it's
this fun for you?
It is fun.
Is this you being wacky because you're on vacation?
Oh man, if my boyfriend saw me right now,
I'm using my leg like
I
a
don't
guitar.
have a boyfriend. Fuck that prick. I'm gonna do air guitar.
next song.
Yeah.
I do want to mention this to you guys because this is very important to me, and I will say this till the day I die. In the UK, Mr. Brightside is the most streamed song in history. 20 years after its first chart appearance, Mr. Brightside is still being streamed 1.8 million times per week by the British public. It charted 1 month after it came out in 2003, and then it re-entered the charts 8 years ago and has never left the Billboard Top 100 in England. 430 straight weeks, 8+ years and counting in the top 100. Mr. Brightside has the most weeks on the chart of any song in the history of singles in the UK. I still find that to be one of the most fascinating facts in music of all time, that the Brits love that song so much.
I think we're like good now, though, right?
Guys,
No, I don't know if they're going to stop.
just let it go.
The kids love it now, too. Like, the young generation's like, this song is awesome.
Like, are we done with
Have you heard this song?
Are we done with the name Nick or Josh yet?
No.
Are we done with Mr. Brightside? Can we just stop? Can we, like, there's like Proto Martyr. Have you ever heard of Proto Martyr? Like, there's just like like what the.
Why would you listen to Protomar when you can just sing the same note over and over and over again? Coming out of my kitchen, I've been to find a baby. That's it.
It's
about what?
I still think I think it is owed its glory. I mean, like any song, you hear it enough. Come on.
It's a fucking
guys.
banger.
Yes.
That's fine.
One of the greatest possible breakup song lyrics of all time, though, too. So it does kind of fit the mold.
It does fit.
Are You Gonna Be My Girl by Jet can go to fucking hell. I don't know why it's in this song.
Whoa.
I don't know why it's in this movie.
Whoa.
Maybe it's just watching her use a pillow like a guitar. I don't know. I have a big problem with it.
I think her
problem with your fucking knees.
I have bad knees.
Well, it's a big problem.
It's a big fucking problem. I just picture them going, okay, you're happy that you're in LA. You got a good night's sleep. Your favorite song comes on the radio. I want you to just go crazy.
By
Just
the
go
way,
crazy and go.
This was in Cameron Diaz's Amanda's CD player, not hers.
We'll get it because the Brits love Mr. Brightside.
Yeah.
Americans love crappy music.
Is Jet not British?
No one knows.
I think Jets. They've got an accent.
no one knows.
They've got an accent.
Are you gonna be my girl?
Australian.
Hey.
Australian
for shit.
That's what Jet means?
Can we go on to something
We
else?
finally get a glimpse of
I
Amanda's
find
movie
her
collection.
dance more charming than a little bit more charming than Cameron Diaz. That's fine. I also wouldn't be surprised if Cameron Diaz was singing that with. They were just like, we can't play it right now because of audio. We can't. We got to duck it. We just scream these lyrics.
Well, now
they
we got to
fucked
buy
it.
the rights to it.
Yeah.
They had somebody just go like this with they had a tone like a tone knob, and they were just changing the key like this, trying to get her to sing along to it.
Go ahead, Sean. I'm sorry.
We finally get a glimpse of Amanda's movie collection, and I only spotted Identity, which is a good movie.
Dude.
Good movie. We should cover it sometime. But Amanda Iris opens the door to Jack Black, just total stranger, just like kind of just nonchalant, lets him in. She's never been to LA before, I assume. Never been to this area, never been to this house for sure. But it just like opens the door to a total stranger who says she knows the owner of the house. Fine. If that would happen today, no one's getting in my house. I don't care if you know my dog. Like, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care if my dogs aren't even barking at you. I'm not letting in a stranger whatsoever.
You can't come in.
So we finally get Shannon Sossaman and Jack Black here. What do we think?
They're an odd couple.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to believe that they're together?
Not like the only. It's not for any. It's not because it's Jack Black. It's just because it's like.
It's Jack Black.
Is it?
It's Jack
It's
Black.
that personality of like, oh, I write scores. I'm a musician guy.
He just told her to be quiet so he can hear the flutes.
Yeah.
In the soundtrack he's listening to really loud.
And by the way, she is only ever on her phone.
Yeah.
That's the other worst part of it. Like, she's always talking on her phone.
On her BlackBerry.
Yeah, on her BlackBerry.
Ooh, here's a prop.
I miss Blackberries.
I do too.
I loved having
I
Blackberries.
did too.
So that's my prop. I want it back in my life.
Nancy
actually
Myers is mad at herself for writing Blackberries into this because she wants her movies to be timeless.
And they're not.
And
but she also put
Blackberries are
Lindsay
dumb.
Lohan and James Franco in.
Well,
That's true.
no one could have seen that coming.
She is the timestamp mistakes that she's making by her she's like, I just don't want to timestamp anything, okay? I don't want to give anything like a date this movie. Can we get James Franco and Lindsay Lohan with blackberries?
It wasn't all bad though. She predicted Mr. Brightside would be famous forever. So
Blackberries?
that
She
might have
feels
had a
normal.
hand
That
in it.
feels normal.
Yeah.
She said, if there's two things I know that'll never go away, it's Mr. Brightside and blackberries. Meanwhile, next year, Rim goes under. It's just like...
Any props?
Amanda's movie collection.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want the...
Well, I'm sorry. Her shelves.
Oh?
Oh,
want
you
that-
want your movies on her
Yes.
shelf. Okay.
I just
cool.
want the room.
I want Jude Law's glasses.
Well, it goes along well with Alex. Alex wants Jude Law's charisma.
Oh.
Hey, come on, man.
Tomato.
Hey, you were making me laugh on your nostalgic review. Come on, dude.
Oh, man.
But Iris opens her door to a complete stranger as well, who seems intoxicated, who is intoxicated. Not good. Not good at all. And fucks him. Just fucks him. I mean, like, what an unbelievable night for Graham, though.
Oh, man.
Like, he just stumbles into his sister's house to sleep it off.
He's like, thank God, kids. All right, grandma and grandma's. I'm going to go just get absolutely lit.
And by
at
the way,
pub.
I am going to fuck a girl in the bathroom at the pub because they very much in the intro scene they show the fuck eyes coming at him from a girl and him
yeah.
giving them back. Like
they
want us to know that yes, he does this every other weekend.
His dick was already wet. It's about to be soaked.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
It's been a good night for old Graham Cracker.
Yep. Old Graham is getting lots of marshmallow on his graham cracker. He's getting it all going.
Maybe
right,
even
guys?
some Hershey's chocolate.
So
ouch.
You never know.
Ouch!
You never know. Amanda's had a lot of wine. There is a point though that you're just like no one else can do this. There's nobody here at this table that can be like, oh, I just got so hammered. Pounds on door. Let me in. I've got to take a piss. Oh, English accent. and then it's just like, oh, Cameron Diaz. We should do it. Like, that's just Jude Law.
No, he didn't even like initiate it.
Yeah, I know.
He got just from him being there.
That's
he
his
got her
game.
to initiate it.
That's his game.
Is this our first Jude Law movie? Jarrett Layoff Confused Breakfast Actor Database. I don't think put anything on there.
I think it is.
I'm a giant Jude Law fan.
You're a big.
Does anybody else feel that way
I
about
love
him?
Jude Law.
You like J Law.
I like J Law,
Yeah.
Jude Law. Okay. One of my favorite movies from this era is I Heart Huckabees.
Okay.
Did anyone see that?
Oh man,
No.
no.
You've never seen that? Oh man, see, and it's one of those movies I obsessed over, but I have not seen in maybe almost 15 years now. I would love to know your thoughts on it. The cast is out of this world, but I think that came out in like 03, 04, so I'm already on a Jude Law kick. He was my favorite when I did initially see this. He still is my favorite in this movie for best performance, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm an Eli Wallach fan.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah. I love Jude Law. I think that especially as he's gone on in time, like, man, it's really hard to say that he like has done any like bad roles. You know, I remember how big of I don't know if you want to call it a jump or not, but like the Sherlock Holmes movies with when he was Watson, I loved that. That was like my resurgence of Jude Law. This is just where you fall in love with Jude Law.
oh yeah.
This movie.
I don't normally like watching people make out in movies. The intro couple that's making out, fucking like
Odette Yesman though. I mean, she's a fox.
Yeah, but I don't like watching them kiss.
Okay.
But dude, Cameron Diaz and Jude Law, I can watch those guys kiss all day long.
Yeah, and by the way, when I say she fucks him, yeah, obviously,
Not faulting anybody.
no
here.
judgment whatsoever. She just gets like this is the perfect scenario for her. Specifically, she wants to get away because she just broke up with her fucking asshole boyfriend who she punched. So she's kind of, she has to leave the
She's
country.
on the rebound.
She has to leave the country because she's probably got some charges coming against her.
Yep.
Just saying.
Yep.
She's on the rebound, yes. And this handsome man just happens to walk in, just happens to stumble on her stoop. Are you not going to suck his dick?
That's a good point.
Come on.
Wine says yes.
Yeah.
So,
She's
No
got a
judgment.
Glass, she's got a glass that probably says some dumbass saying on it like that, like
yeah.
always say yes to wine.
Yeah. Wine o'clock.
Wine o'clock.
Wine o'clock somewhere.
Live, laugh, fuck.
She drinks the rest of it and it just says turn the page. I don't know why.
If you can read me, get more.
Yeah. If you can see this, get me a wine. Get me more wine.
I'm sorry, we're making fun of women a lot in this.
What's that have to do with women?
I don't know.
Come on. I know you have that same glass, Mike.
Fuck yeah, dude.
No, I like this whole moment. You're 100% right. Like, there are kiss scenes that make you feel awkward, and then there are kiss scenes that you're like borderline envious of. That you're just like, how do you get there? How do you
do that?
Yeah,
Teach me.
and you're just like, I'm pretty sure this was like one of those types of awards, like best kiss.
It was.
Like,
This was like primetime MTV award
yeah.
era. Guarantee. They either won it or had a nomination.
Oh yeah.
And even the next morning is like cute and awkward, you know.
How can awkward be so adorable?
I mean,
this
come
is
on.
bullshit.
he gets his phone calls and she's like, I don't know, you must have other bitches or some shit. Like maybe I will just leave or whatever.
Maybe I will.
And then he comes in, he's like, I'll meet you at the pub. I'm meeting some friends. Maybe see you at the pub. And she's like, oh yeah, maybe. Well, like where's the pub? It's like, what's it called? It's like it's just called the pub.
Yep.
Every bar in England is called the pub.
Yeah,
so
correct.
you will just have to look it up and find it. I might be in one of them. I don't know.
I'm also not going to tell you what time we're going to go there.
No,
So if you are going to go there, just good luck, I guess.
And that's what the other. If there's the wine glass, there's also the beer glass that says it's pub o'clock. So
Yeah,
that's,
cool. Yeah,
so
yeah.
everybody's just
Yeah.
going to. It's like, yeah, we're going to the pub tonight. It's like, and in London or in the UK, just everybody knows when that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also, he does show up at the pub, and Amanda decided to stay. And "Let Go" plays by Frau, right?
No, that's Imogen Heap.
I think it's Frau.
Yeah. I believe it was Imogen Heap.
I think it's Frau.
Actually,
But
ahead.
this seems like a end of like romance movie. to me.
100%.
Like it just seems
Okay, sorry. Written by Imogen Heap, performed by Frau. Maybe the gal is in Frau.
So
No.
you guys you're both right.
I'm gonna read it.
You're both right. I'm gonna read
But
it.
this scene, like, I kind of got chills. Like, I'll be honest, because like when she shows up and it's like he smiles and she smiles, and
Imogen Heap is in Frau.
No, I don't think so.
Man, you guys are good at this.
We're doing good.
But it does seem like an ending to, and like a kind of a preferred ending, to be honest, to like a romantic comedy where it's just like, but at the same time, it does seem like the camera, like if it was on Amanda, like if it panned over, it was just like Michael Caine there, and it's the end, end of The Dark Knight Rises when he's just like, yes.
Can I just say,
Hans Zimmer horns just blare,
just French horns,
directed
just
by Christopher Nolan.
Boom, 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 boom.
It just seemed like that kind
We're
of
20
shot.
minutes
It
in.
was like the over the shoulder, like if you just pan slightly to the left, he's waiting. He's like,
It's, dude, you're
And then it
100%
pans
right.
again, and someone else is going, yeah. And then it pans again. It's, yes.
yeah.
Your TikTok internet, Mike, just make it happen where it's this shot and it's just Jude Law and he sees and they strike eyes and Cameron Diaz is there and then it's that nod and then just a little quick moment of Jude Law looking somewhere else and there's Michael Caine. Giving that nod.
Before we do scene 3, I have to ask you: is this where "meet cute" came from?
I think this is where I heard it. For sure.
Is this a term in the zeitgeist before this movie?
I think so.
I
Because
believe
it's
it
coming
was.
from a fictional screenwriter. Maybe.
I was hoping you had the answer. I wished.
Oh, of course not.
Yeah.
I don't know everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
That's sad.
Let's do scene 3. So back in London, Graham and Amanda begin to fall in love over a lunch date and getting to know each other, but they realize that things are complicated and try to distance themselves. Jasper's still attempting to contact Iris, but she stays busy with helping Arthur get the courage to attend an awards ceremony in the near future. On a whim, Amanda surprises Graham at his house and learns that he is a single dad of 2 daughters. Amanda fits in beautifully, making Graham reconsider his decision to keep their relationship strictly casual.
Yeah, I bet.
I do want to, since we're tailing off of scene 2, I do think that Arthur Abbott is maybe one of my favorite parts of this entire movie.
I think he saves it.
You think so?
Well, because keep that thought going, because I thought for sure that this was a true half and half story. It was Amanda and Graham, and then it was Iris and
Miles.
And I thought it was literally just half and half, but it's not. It is all Amanda and Graham, and then go ahead. And then it's like kind of Miles for like maybe 10% of the movie, but then it's mostly Iris and Arthur kind of as almost the other half of the movie. And if you take Arthur out of this, I don't know, man. I don't know if Iris and Miles have enough chemistry or just storyline to get me through another half of what's going on here in London.
Yeah, because you can't just have them going back and forth on like
the same
movie
story.
scores. Yeah. And this is a fun movie. Did you hear this score? Let's go to the movie store again. You know,
there's different dynamics going on with Iris and Amanda in their situations for sure. Like them both meeting a guy because they need a guy. But if we cut back and forth between like Amanda and Graham and their things going on to the same thing pretty much going on with Iris and Miles, it would just be like, well, I mean, what? It's just.
I'm just watching 2 of the same thing.
They just happen to have different kind of
drivers. I don't know,
like jobs.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
you know.
But like Miles just isn't interesting. He has no backstory for me. Everybody else has something interesting that they're fighting or that they're struggling with. Miles has nothing.
Well,
you know
Shannon
what? Sussman, and that's it.
And he's like kind of like, I don't know if I really like her. It's like, what? Okay, whatever, fine.
Maybe that's what makes Miles the most interesting, because he doesn't have a bunch of fucking baggage that he's dragging all over the world, and he's just and he can just be like existing, and he can casually call up somebody of the opposite sex and say, hey, it was cool. Sorry, is this a bad time? Hey, I just need to stop on over and grab that thing. Oh, yeah, I can have dinner. Yeah, that's really fun. Because you know what? I have no drama in my life.
Yeah. Dude, I totally agree. He can just call Kate Winslet up and just be like, you want to hang out?
Hey, this isn't sexual at all.
Yeah, we're just hanging out.
It doesn't make for a good movie, though.
Well, maybe that's where I disagree.
Guys, eventually get to some cocksucking here and there.
Yeah, but we're talking about...
You fill that in on your own,
We'll draw the automatic shades. It's fine.
And just give me... Like, you don't have to give me real drama. Like, clearly, Amanda's drama is her tragic story of her parents getting divorced when she was 13.
I didn't register that in the movie whatsoever.
Tragedy struck Amanda's life when she was 13 and she saw a suitcase and her dad moved out.
Oh, God, my parents split up when I was like 6. Oh, this is why I do a podcast.
Maybe that's just what she needs to do.
And it defined my entire life.
But at least, like, it's not tragedy, but the movie makes it tragedy. And you go, okay, cool, yeah, tragedy. But, like, they don't even try with Miles. They're like, yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, they're just like,
he's
know
really
what?
good at what he does.
Miles is actually maybe that's why, like, yes, it is Jack Black, but maybe that also adds to why he is just my favorite person in this movie, other than Arthur Abbott, Eli Wallach, of saying, man, it's just cool that you're so confident with yourself in this idea and just so content with yourself. Not in a bad way, not in a detrimental content. You're just like, I mean, I'm a movie composer.
No, I'm with
I
you.
write music. I do what I do. I do what I love. I've got these. I'm falling for the bad girl, but I've been through that before. I'm gonna call up this cool girl from England and just see what's up.
Whatever. Who
That'd be
cares?
fun.
I don't care.
And then I can also go from that to going to have Hanukkah dinner with all these other dudes and then get invited for pinochle.
And yuck it up. I know Arthur Abbott, and I am a film composer.
Yeah.
He's got connections. Okay, I'm making connections. I'm trying to connect inside of Iris. I mean, who isn't? Like, but yeah, I'm with you. I agree. I think he's my second favorite character in this, and I think he does a good job.
I think he does too. And I think because it's Jack Black is kind of it's more of a cherry on top than it is like the base layer that I think
Yes.
everybody really sees it as.
Per Jarrett, real quick,
ahead.
Jack Black being our top actor in this movie. This is his 4th that we've done per Jarrett Layoff Confused Breakfast Actor Database. He's moving up.
Nice.
I don't know how many more we can get of him. He doesn't have a giant filmography, but who knows? He might be moving up there.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I'm stoked for that.
So we get a bunch of like romantic scenes with Amanda and Graham. And he's just like, we should go into town and get some lunch and get to know each other. It's like, okay, cool. And but the car ride there, we're not gonna say a single fucking word to each other. We're just gonna make eyes. Okay. Like that's like I know that Nancy Meyers is kind of commenting on the Hallmark-ish kind of romantic comedy aspect of the movie, and this is the things where I'm just like, I should hate this because in what world are you like you've had sex with this person, you don't really know them, like you're going to go somewhere to get to know them. Why wouldn't you get to know them on the car ride there, like a little bit? Is it we're just gonna stay in awkward silence the entire time? These are England countrysides, like what the fuck? But they finally get to this place, and I do like this bit of filmmaking that we see. Where she's interrogating him. It's kind of like what I said to you in Heat. It was one of our Patreon episodes.
Yeah.
But kind of like in Heat where she's interrogating him and the camera's over her shoulder looking at Graham. And he's eventually like, well, there's this line of questioning. Like, I need to change. Like, oh, so tell me about yourself. The camera behind her shoulder pans across or like tracks across her head and onto her other shoulder.
Yeah.
It's changing perspectives. And I'm just like, Nancy, come on, man.
Come on, Nancy.
That's
You
some
didn't have to
sick
do
shit.
that.
That's some sick shit. And as I saw it, I'm like, oh, I was like,
You were, it's our, yeah.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Like,
Did we give that a name?
I don't know yet.
That it was called something like that's something you
Bet
can
you
point
didn't
out.
see
Bet
this.
you didn't see this.
Yeah. Bet you didn't catch this or something. Yeah.
Little piece of filmmaking from Nancy, and I appreciate that. It's just a shift in perspective, obviously, of like she's questioning him. Now he's get to question her. So the camera is on the other shoulder.
Yes.
Rather pay me the big bucks.
It is
not that much.
It's a perspective shift. It's like a guard letdown of some kind, you know.
Exactly.
It's like it helps alleviate subconsciously like the stress that Graham is feeling maybe. Mm-hmm. But it's so funny because I'll tell you what, if you there's no way that these conversations go like this though. This doesn't happen with it's like okay, I feel like I'm being interrogated right now, and it's just like, oh well, I'm sorry, just trying to have a conversation, and it's like, and it would be both sides, right? It's just like, this is the dinner in real life where they're like,
yeah, this isn't going.
yeah,
to
this ain't a thing. Boy, I
When
did
do you
have
leave?
I really had
cool.
a good time.
This was fun. If you want to do it like one more time before I take off, I'd be down. But this is probably
that's about
it.
it.
What do you?
I have kids.
What are you doing?
Yes. Yeah. Ooh, I got to catch a
kids.
plane.
What are you doing tonight? Ooh, I can't tonight.
Seeing my girls.
I do have some stuff to take care of. Well, that's fine. I'm here on holiday. I'm free every night. It's like
I didn't want to. I didn't want to hear that at all.
well, How about I call you?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Do you want my number? I've got the house number.
I know where you live.
I know.
No, I meant we're British. I meant call you, like call you. That means come to call. Like
Yes.
I'm gonna come to the door.
Yes.
Still don't get it.
Yeah, it's fine.
yeah,
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
And that would happen, but then Graham would then again get pissed drunk and forget that she was there and go knocking on the door.
Starts the whole cycle over again.
Starts it all over, and he just like knocks really aggressively. It's just like, Iris, I've got to tell you about this broad that was staying here. It's just that's what would happen. That's what I foresee.
Yeah.
And that's the end of episode 4 of If This Was a Netflix
Yes,
series.
correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
NF.
That's
Yeah,
when this.
NF
That's
on
when this
NF.
would end on NF.
Yeah.
I had a great glimpse into my future life with 2 girls of being Mr. Napkin Head.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty excited to be
Nice.
Mr. Napkin
Have
Head
you did
sometime.
it?
Yeah, I'm pumped.
Have you
Fuck
already
yeah.
done it?
I've never done Mr. Napkin Head. I feel like you only do that once both of them can be aware of it, and
Sure.
Nona's not ready for that yet.
Yeah,
so.
that's fair. That's fair. We are, I guess, yeah. We're they have their lunch date and everything, and we just kind of keep getting more and more Graham and Amanda, and this moment of her showing up. Why are we as an audience only supposed to fall in love with Jude Law?
He can do nothing wrong. You
He
mean?
just does nothing wrong.
Actually, you're right. He does nothing wrong in this movie.
Nothing.
He does nothing.
Not one single thing.
He drinks alcohol.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
Because he owns every single aspect of like what he's doing. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? He like
Hey
every
man, he
step
bought his
along
2
way.
daughters' cell phones in 2006. That's pretty crazy,
I don't like
bro.
that. I don't like that.
You're right. You're right. He did make one mistake.
He bought them cell phones. They can't do anything with them in 2006,
Ew.
but I mean, they got them.
But like kind
They
of
were probably those Nokia ones.
yeah. The brick
silver
ones,
brick
like
ones,
the,
yeah.
the jitterbug
Yeah.
ones.
I'll be honest. Like when she opens the door and is like, "Who is it, Daddy?" I was like, "Oh, Jesus fucking Christ!"
Yeah.
Brandishes a baguette at it.
Man, I want to hit a kid with a baguette now. That sounds like a great time.
I'll give one to Harrison, give him some, and then you guys can
Fuck
have
yeah,
at
just-
it.
There was actually there's actually multiple fan theories about this movie. I don't know how that's possible, but one of them was that Graham and Iris like actually just do this all the time. They swindle people with the house. Like this is a plan. She brings someone over to America.
Yes.
From America. Then Graham shows up, and that's actually he's a widower. It's because he met the girl that way, then killed her. He killed
Yes.
his old wife so that now he can get a new one to take all of her money, rich American.
And this
is just part of the grand scheme.
As they're like laying in her tent bed thing, she says, "Amanda, you should sleep over. That'd be great." He's like, "I'm collecting mommies." Yeah.
You look like one of my Barbies.
Oh my God.
I just want to
These
comb
kids
your
are
hair.
creepy, dude. They're part of it. He goes, okay, tonight's the night. We've laid all the plans. A woman is going to come over. She's our mark this time. Oh, Daddy, what's her name? We'll get to there. But yeah, I'm going to need you guys to just really sweet up on
you
her.
got
man.
it.
Like, you guys know what you're doing, right?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to get you a new mommy.
Kind of act like a ghost. Act like you kind of like
Whisper
don't
all the time.
You're way too perfect to even exist.
Yeah.
Whisper all the time. Yes.
Correct. Yes. That's
I'm
exactly
just saying,
what I mean.
there's more fan theories for the holiday. 2 more coming up later. Then I couldn't believe it.
Sick.
It's a great one.
Hell yeah.
They wrap this up. It is again. It's just this bow. It's just this bow on Graham. Just great, man. Like we get it. Okay, we get it.
Perfect.
You get it. You're perfect.
You got a cow out back.
Yeah. And if you guys didn't know, this is exactly where the saying "don't have a cow" came from.
Yeah. Yep.
Because she was just so pissed of like, you're too perfect. Don't have a cow.
And you have a cow?
That's where he got my wife.
Yeah.
That
Like,
one.
we were watching it, and he's
Shit.
like, "I have a cow in the back." She's like, "I love cows. I love cows."
Since fucking when?
I bought you 2 dogs.
I bought you this house. We can't even have cows here. It's within the city limits.
Oh,
you know I
really?
would have one.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Look at me, I'm Graham. I milk the cow and then I make our own fucking in-house marshmallows for the hot chocolate. Fuck!
But he's got a big dick, but he can't eat a pussy out.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Scene 4. So Iris and Miles have slowly become friends, and chemistry develops after Miles is broken up with. The chemistry grows until Miles leaves because his girlfriend wants him back. Iris goes back to Amanda's where she's shocked to find Jasper. Iris is touched at first, but then kicks him out and heads to Arthur's award ceremony. Miles arrives just in time, and the two agree to go back to London.
Just try.
Well,
Come on, man. Come on.
earlier she says, well, we don't even really know each other. It's like, I wouldn't say that. So he definitely did, Sean.
Fuck yeah.
They definitely did. That's all I had to say about
yeah,
that.
man.
Oh,
Sorry.
cool.
Yeah, that's all. I wanted
on,
to
man.
make sure that was known.
Am I the only one that sees a blockbuster nowadays and just goes, oh,
No.
I can smell what a video store smells like.
I just like
Ugh.
even in all of these shots, I'm just like, oh, what was that movie? What's that movie? What section are they in? You know, that kind of shit.
I actually am not. I'm not sad about like malls going away. I'm not sad about retail stores or like restaurants or like. I think I'm going to look back in time and view the fact that I got to live in an era of video rental stores as like one of the greatest things.
This
ever.
is the reason why we're here. I think
It's the reason we're
it
here.
defined who I am. Like just picking up a physical thing and seeing the back of it and being like, well, should I watch it or not? You know, or just like sitting on the couch and be like, click, click. Click.
You're
The
stuck with
same
it.
old-
You invested in
the
it. You
same
have to
old
watch
Ryan
it.
Gosling movie, the same old fucking Ryan Reynolds movie keeps just going by. Fuck all that.
You made a plan. That's what they're doing in this movie. She is told by Arthur. She's told by Miles. Watch this movie for the score. You have to watch this movie because the lead actress just has gumption.
Yeah.
And that's the way we wrote our starlets back then, you know. And that's the way these movies were. And that's what they're getting at here. Is you went and you picked out a movie. You know, they're saying go get this movie and make a plan to watch it, rather than I'm going to sit down and click through and hope I can find something that strikes me. I made a plan with the movies I bought.
It's just another movie with Ryan Reynolds and The Rock.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, dude.
You actually just struck a major chord with me. I think that like loyalty in the human race is at an all-time low. And I think it almost goes back to things like this. You can almost trace it back to the fact that you made a pact and a promise and you spent money on a movie that you chose. Now you have to go home and stick to it. You have to watch this movie.
What, are you just going to like not watch it and waste your money?
Yeah, when people are
You
like, I
have a
walked
thing.
out of the theater. It's like, yeah, right. You did not walk out of the theater. You bought it. You stick with it. But like
You weren't
nowadays,
invested in the first place if you did that.
none of us had cell
Correct.
phones in our laps. Like we sat down and watched the movie. And now none of us actually watch the movie. None of us just like we sit there and scroll for 30 minutes before we actually find one. There's no loyalty there. There's no like I made this promise to watch this movie.
It is
anymore.
the most base, albeit small, commitment that you make. And now we all have commitment issues.
we can't weird.
that we can't just
Thanks.
freaking commit to even freaking clicking it on Netflix.
Thanks,
because we
NF,
have to,
bro.
It's like, I don't want to deal with the ads ahead of time to get to. It's like that kind of crap. But now it is. It's like this commitment of like being able to like go and rent it. And I totally remember the going through the different movie stores of my childhood and being able to do that. And also, I mean, it was movies, it was video games, it was everything. And just watching them do this and them having a good time doing this.
Yeah. And like picking out certain things, you know, Drive Miss Daisy, Hans, just so good, which is fun because Hans does the music for this movie.
Right.
It's just like cool callbacks, and like he like you're saying, Arthur mentions movies that they need to get, and like Barbara Stanwyck's just like so good in it, and like I consider Kate Winslet like a Barbara Stanwyck. You know, it's all really kind of on the nose, and I like the Hollywood aspect of this, of just like the mystique of movies and like the like story that Barbara Stanwyck romantic comedies would give you, and being like that they give you that expectation, but then like obviously real life is not like that, but they're still worth something, you know, and that's kind of what Arthur is saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, even like in a video store, just like, this thing, this physical thing I give to you, take a look at it. Like, see if you might like it. I think you might like it. Like, just take a look at the pictures in the back. So fucking cool.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I know, Sean, you and I we've talked about before of like, I didn't like to read. I wasn't a big reader necessarily, but if I saw a book with a cover on it or something I thought was cool, I would almost, it's like, you would look at it and make up your own ideas about what the cover is, and the same thing with a movie cover or a video game. And like, even though you didn't take it home, maybe you were thinking about it. And that's the spark you don't get anymore. Being able to read the back of a video of a cover on a Netflix thing, you know, you can't go on to Netflix, NF, sorry. You can't go on to NF without the like NF trailer starting and interrupting your. It's like, just let me read it. Just let me do it.
I automatically don't want to watch it.
Yeah,
because you're showing me the movie basically, you know, and like this romanticizing that the video store aspect of it. This may be one of the last movies to do it.
It's
2006. Rental stores are going out.
It's why
starting to.
It's why I'm glad we get to kind of focus on this a little bit. It's such a coincidental thing that this is happening in this movie that we get to talk.
They're
about.
talking about culture.
You know.
They're getting to know each other through art. It's
Correct.
cool.
Dustin Hoffman's standing next to you. No problem.
What a rad thing.
He was just like at a restaurant.
Drove by.
He's just like at a restaurant. And just like Nancy Meyers like, hey, you should come in here. Like those are his clothes.
Yep.
He just literally walked on set and just did this for Nancy.
It's just like, it's one of your favorite things to kind of hear. Yeah. You know, when you hear those things, it's like, well, that's one of my favorite things now about this movie. and like the same thing is just like this is why I do like Miles and Iris's relationship, because it's not built, it's the opposite of the way Graham's and Amanda's is built. Theirs is built on like, you know, the sex and the thrill and the kind of like one time and we may never even see each other again, and it's fine. And they're okay with that, right? Nothing wrong with that. They're good. They're consenting, whatever. But theirs is built on like more of like, oh, it's kind of a friendship.
Yeah.
We're just having a good time together. Are you a big dollop or a little dollop? Very little big dollop. Thank you, Jack Black, for injecting yourself into this role, for giving us these ad libs and for giving us, you know, your vocal inflections on into a character. That's what I miss about some of the other roles or some of the other characters in this movie, and that's why I think he again is kind of saving some of this. And I love their relationship and how it's building and blossoming, and it's like they don't even realize it. I think that's gorgeous. And then the moment that he sees, you know,
Shannon Sossman,
what's her tits name? Yeah. Walk by, your heart sinks with him. You know, and that's why I think it's like you don't want bad things to happen to Miles, and I think that's what makes him another great character.
But also in that situation, like she's walking by with a dude, and like what if she wasn't walking by with a dude and just happened to see him with Iris?
It's very true.
Here's my theory. I think that girlfriend and Miles are not actually together, because of course they're not. Come on.
Okay.
They actually, guys, come on. They actually have. They're a team that pretends like they're together for the safety, because like when they go to meet someone else, there's the safety aspect of they have a boyfriend or a girlfriend.
They're L.A. together.
Yes, yeah, they live together, and what they do is they present this safety net of like, yeah, we're together, so we can be friends with you. There was another guy involved, the guy walking down the street. They planned it to where there was going to be this moment. He's like, we're going to be at the video store. Walk by, I'll look at you, so that. Now, Jack Black's character, Miles, can have the, oh no, because he's not like sad. He doesn't really look that sad. He's kind of like, oh my gosh. So now Iris feels sorry. Alice feels sorry for him. He's got this moment where now they can have that, oh no. And then boyfriend, guy out there on the street is like, oh shit, oh man, I fucked this up. I need to make this up to you. I'm so sorry, I didn't realize. And so now they can move on with their other people they've been seeing, you know, like they have that moment. This is just a LA trap. LA's seedy, bro.
LA together.
LA's seedy, man.
I hate it. I don't like
That's
that,
a cool
Michael.
hat you have, man. I love that hat.
right?
Right? I love Jack Black.
But
like,
honestly, fuck anyone who says, like any of the reviewers who say like Nancy Meyers is not a good writer. Maybe one of you guys said it at the beginning. I don't know. But like this, when Iris is kind of like waxing poetic, I guess, to Jack Black because he's been hurt, I guess. Like he's back at her house and she's like, you meet people who make you feel good again, like after something traumatic happens or whatever. And he's like, little pieces of yourself that you've slowly lost will just start slowly coming back. And I'm like, I've felt that. And that was a great way to put it. I really like this moment between them a lot where he's like, well, let's make dinner and let's drink some wine, you know?
this is where it gets to be like everybody's felt that, exactly what these two are commiserating on, right? This is where it kind of gets very real, but the fact that it's happening between these two and not the other two is what makes it really special, I think. They're the ones who are getting left at the door, they're getting they're the ones getting left holding the bag, if you will. And so
Amanda and Graham can find someone else tomorrow.
They're good. Okay? They're good. Trust me. Must be real fucking tough.
Just gotta go to the pub.
Oh, I've got to go to the pub again. Oh, damn it. My house is massive.
I got to put on this turtleneck. Can we bring turtlenecks back, man? He looks so good in that thing.
Man.
Only if we can put V-necks over the turtlenecks. Cousin Eddie style.
Good call, though. Yeah, the other guys, who cares? They can find it, but these guys found it.
These guys are like the one.
Yeah.
They strike up a friendship first.
Yes.
They really do find that friendship first, and they really dwell on the friendship too. They don't just. If they would have looked at each other after they kind of did this moment, and they said, "Yeah,
yeah, you're right. You mean when he's playing
bullshit.
the piano? Yeah, he does
Yeah.
the theme for it, but then it's like, nah, funny joke.
And that's a really sweet
Yes,
thing too.
yes.
What he says is like, I only picked the most beautiful notes or whatever.
the best note, only the good notes for you."
That's a really man. This movie fucking works.
Yeah.
This movie's a fucking ripper.
Well,
dude.
hey, real quick. There's some subtleties to it that maybe most people don't notice. When he does go to go make back up with his girlfriend, Miles does. She's calling there. Oh, she's calling. Like, I gotta go. Did you see that slow zoom in on him? He's on the couch and she's saying, "I'm sorry." The theme song that's playing in the background is Iris's, and he's keying it. He's got his hand on the couch and he's playing the theme song
No shit.
with his fingers on the couch, perfectly to the music. So he's thinking about Iris and he's hearing this song in his head while she's like, "I'm so sorry. Like, I want to get back with you. I want to get back with you." You didn't have to go that hard, Nancy.
That's the cheesiest fucking thing I've ever heard
Yes.
in my life.
That
I don't care.
That's
Like,
what I'm
it
saying.
works.
He's got goose pimples,
It
bro.
works.
Everyone, a memory.
Wait till you see it. Everyone, a moment in time that I'll never forget.
remember that one.
But never remember.
That was when I got my first Schwinn.
This was when we did
That's
the
when I-
thing.
That's when I hit my shin on the pegs of that bike.
Gave you goosebumps.
Ouch. Well, in a weird way.
I didn't notice
I
that
found
at all.
that so
That's
weird,
so-
but
That's really
amazing,
cool.
right?
Yeah.
Like, correct. Maybe the dumbest thing ever, like to
It's
direct that,
really
but also
cheesy.
pretty awesome.
But like, I don't know, man. She does it in a way where I'm just like, that cheesiness feeling comes in. You're just like, ugh, but you're like, yes, though.
Respect. You're that kid
And
that's
I
got his
think-
hat off. That's going respect.
And I think that's something. I think that's something with Dean Cundy though too, being able to help shoot that. Like I'm not saying like I don't necessarily. I'm not going to say like, oh, this is like Dean Cundy's best work or anything like that. But it's his touch on it that I think adds to it. That subtlety is what makes it important.
Yeah.
Or what makes it work. And I think that's part of him too.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, those are the moments, and it's those realization moments. And by the way, this whole time they're out to like having sushi and stuff, and it's like 45 minutes to Arthur's ceremony.
Dude,
Dude,
when Jasper shows up,
Yeah.
She's not going to Arthur's thing.
She's not going to go.
She ain't going, bro.
Oh, is
She's
that
like-
tonight? You better fucking spark up, bro.
She was not going to go.
Jasper's about to bloom inside of me. Okay, that's what's happening tonight, dog. Yeah, Jasper.
Finally.
He just walked 5,000 miles for this ass.
Get that old familiar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And the problem is like the whole time, like they're gonna be trying to do it, and he's just gonna be like reading his pages, like, and then I said, like that's what he's gonna be fucking doing,
Yeah.
and just still trying to get what he can out of Iris. I need your opinions. It's like we're trying to have sex, you idiot.
Also at Arthur's ceremony, this is such a big deal. She wasn't even going to make it.
Yeah.
But now she's there, and now middle of
She
his
forced
speech.
him into this.
Yes, now middle of his speech, her and Jack Black are like, yeah, and we should go out after this. Like,
You're really cool.
Do you want to? Should we go to London? I've never been to London.
London
there,
sounds- yeah,
There are
you
people
like
in front
it.
of him like, shh.
Are you fucking kidding me?
This is Arthur.
Fucking
Adams.
Arthur Adams.
Aren't you like? Didn't you walk him in?
Also, they Iris and Arthur walk in together and like we're ready for you. They open the doors and everyone starts clapping. It's like hell yeah, Arthur. It's like they were waiting how long for them to walk in?
Oh, dude.
Oh my god.
It's been a long time.
Also, I'm pretty sure this is Christmas Day or something like that. This movie
this
is
is
not
Christmas
really
Eve.
dude. No, it's like Christmas Eve, and then they just montage all the way through Christmas Day without any Christmas aspects. They literally go, I know this is a Christmas movie, but we're just going to skip Christmas.
Yeah.
We're not actually going to talk anything about it.
Oh, yeah. No, this isn't.
Here's us running up a hill.
They talk more about New Year's
Yeah.
than they do about like actual Christmas. Yeah, you're right. This is I'm pretty positive it's Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. You're right.
It's
One of those
the two.
And
they got a lot of people to show up for this
Yeah.
that had no family plans.
oh no, yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. They're very lonely people in there, and
LA, bro.
all the lonely people. This is one of my favorite moments again, though, when they do show up, and like the relationship again between Arthur and Iris is just so endearing. And when they show up to this place and Arthur's expectations are just beyond exceeded, and he grips her hand, it like chokes you up every time.
Oh, yeah.
That you're just like, oh my God, this man's like life. He had no idea the impact that he had on these people. And you're just like, it's Eli Wallach's like expressions on his face when he's like about to walk down and go up to that stage. It is an impressive moment for this movie. And then can we just talk about the little score that Miles writes for him? Isn't it the best?
Yeah.
That's great.
This just adds on to, again, the music and how underrated I think the music was in this movie. I have to throw that out there again.
Hell yeah.
I don't know how you guys feel about it. That's
I'm with you.
Totally.
Okay.
Final scene, Graham confesses his love for Amanda on the night before she's scheduled to depart for L.A. On the way to the airport, she cries for the first time in a long time, returns to tell Graham she's staying until New Year's. The movie ends with everyone together in London enjoying New Year's Eve. We didn't do a porn name. I know that's a perfect timing for it. All I had was a hole a day.
The whole a day.
Yeah, one hole a day.
I
Yep,
think that's what Graham and Amanda had.
that's what they've been doing on this holiday.
Let's
bro.
try a whole a day.
Oh, we're done.
Oh yeah, we made it.
We got
3 days.
I'll only be there for 3 days. Perfect.
Do you want to hear the big time fan theory on this one? This one,
Yes.
people aren't gonna like it, but listen, this came from Entertainment Weekly,
Oh, man.
so I mean it's serious. Listen, so
Holiday.
yeah, so here it is. So at the beginning, clearly Iris's heart is broken. She's had a few too many drinks at her house. She's very sad. She makes the decision to use the gas stove, passes out, and actually does die from carbon monoxide poisoning.
Jesus.
Meanwhile, at the exact same time in LA, Amanda breaks up with her boyfriend Ethan and starts to complain of chest pains. And she's like, yeah, this is a big one. She even says like, oh, this is a Turns out she's actually having a heart attack, and despite Ethan's attempts to revive her, she passes away. This is at the exact same time.
I bet he tried real hard.
He didn't swear on her life, dude. Both Iris and Amanda are sent into limbo as they simultaneously shuffled off their mortal coils and their souls become entangled, presumably due to their contemplating themes. Both Iris and Amanda have unfinished emotional business to resolve, and so the fates have ordained that they get a bit of time, a holiday if you will, to sort themselves out before they're able to move on. Iris is able to shed Jasper for the love Iris is able to shed Jasper for the love that Miles is able to give. And Amanda Graham, he's the wholesome family man that she needs to finally break down her emotional wall. You can easily tie in Arthur Abbott. He's in limbo too. Is it hard to realize that apparently he's got Alzheimer's? Like at the beginning of the movie, he's like, I don't know where my house is. And now he's just this like, he knows all these people. He has parties and he has these conversations. Maybe he's finally able to go on to his long-lost love after an evening where he's recognized for his career. He arrives on the arm of a woman with gumption, just like the woman he wrote. He's able to walk up the stairs to thunderous applause. These three characters were tangent to death 2 weeks before Christmas. Three characters have stories that intertwine and become actualized in ways that fully align with their mortal baggage. And as the clock strikes midnight, their mortal duties are fulfilled, and they all disappear into the earthly their realm that they go to. They were all dead.
Interesting.
They were all dead during this whole movie.
I mean, it is all like all these movies are a little too perfect,
a little too weird, right?
A little
all of a
too
sudden,
perfect.
The lives were pretty shitty, and then all of a sudden, it's like, wow,
very dreamlike, very just like everything works out. I'm into it.
Santa Ana's, bro.
Yeah, I like that.
Anything can happen.
Oh, we're gonna get a lot of hate for that one.
Cool.
The Santa Anas.
I hear that works.
Pretty much the only thing we post nowadays. Thank you very much, everybody.
She never says I love you back. That bothers me.
Right?
That really bothers me.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Maybe just the minute that door opens and he's the saddest I've ever seen a man be, just maybe be like, I love you.
Yeah.
Like it's like it's so sad. Like his clothes don't even fit. It's super sad. Like there's just something about like the addition of like up to this point he's been so well dressed and like now he's wearing like Jack Black's clothes is like kind of strange to me, and it just kind of adds to the moment. But yeah, like you would think at any point would have been a good time, Amanda. Would have been a good time.
Nope.
Pisses me off too about this whole car that can't go down the fucking lane. Where's my fan theory? Where's the fan theory about that? Yeah, this is the angel that can't quite take you to the fucking.
You can't cross.
Oh, it can't take you through the thing.
It's the threshold. It's Field of Dreams.
Yep. Sorry.
He is Karan, the boatman that ferries you across the river.
His name's Nick.
Yes,
Nichols.
Nichols.
See,
Wooden Nichols.
and she didn't tip. What a bitch.
I know you do want to. I know you do want to theorize about what actually happens after this movie's over.
Well, yeah. I mean, who doesn't? We all want to know.
Because come on.
Well, here's my thing from earlier is there's this whole idea of all of them, all four of them, right? Yeah, all four of them.
6 with the
6?
kids.
Oh, he's 6. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm just talking about like, you know.
Okay,
Kids should be in bed.
the quadruple.
Thank you. They're like, oh, how are we gonna make this work? I mean, you live in London, and you know you review books, or you know, and yeah, I know, and you make movie trailers and inside your house, and and Miles, he's a composer too. I mean,
He's got a home studio too.
He's got to write in his own house. I don't know how we're going to make any of this work because we all work remotely. How could we do it, guys? Oh, I don't fucking know. Like, just go somewhere else and live there and work out of your house like you do already. The only one who doesn't is Iris, technically, because she writes like local wedding things. Like, she might as well be on a House Hunters show.
And she could probably get that.
I know.
I hear that's hiring.
Oh, you hear that? Sorry. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, it's like, oh yeah, they have a $2 million budget, and she writes wedding things, articles. It's like, fuck, get the
He's
fuck
a butterfly
out of here.
farmer,
and he's a butterfly farmer. It's like great in L.A.
Just hand soup out to everyone.
Yeah, it's
You know?
no, But that's my whole problem is like, I don't know how we're going to make it work. It's like, just make it work
Just do
because you
it.
guys could literally work from anywhere. Just send the files. That's it.
Yeah, because Graham can't go anywhere. Graham's not uprooting these kids. He can't go.
Yeah.
So this is all up to Amanda to go there.
Yeah.
Jack Black does have a career, probably family and friends. Is he really going to move all the way across the sea? Like moving to another city or state? Okay. Moving across L.A. to London's what? 12 hours? 11 hours?
He
That's
goes
a
to the
good
New
stretch.
Beverly Theater like every weekend for that 35 millimeter screening.
He's
You
like,
know
I don't
what I'm
want to. I don't want to give up my matinees.
That's his community.
Although Iris does love L.A. and clearly does not want to be around Jasper ever again.
Yeah.
So maybe she's coming over.
She's got
Arthur's going to put in a good word for her.
Yeah.
She's got a job over here.
Boom.
She can go and she can work at whatever local paper in LA.
Yep.
You know, I'm sure there's a couple. She just goes over there. Amanda moves over to England. Guys, we've done it.
We're done. I think we did it.
I think that's it.
The Holiday
that's it.
2?
Holiday too?
Well,
Yeah.
obviously the kids killed Amanda and put her in the ground.
Yeah, that doesn't happen for. I think they have to get married first because they need rights to all of her money and her fortune.
yeah.
So she will move over. They'll eventually get married. No prenups, nothing like that. And then he gets into her bank accounts, and then she miraculously just kind of like, I don't know what happened
Yeah.
again.
And then we get the Holiday 2, Lost in New York.
And then the movie trailer starts haunting the two little girls.
Yeah,
Could do this
hell
forever.
yeah,
Could
dude.
We do this forever,
but we
man.
can't. But we can't.
We can't. We're already going pretty
We
damn
can't,
long,
guys.
Wow. And you guys want to say anything else about the holiday, or
No.
do you want to give it a modern day rating?
I do
Okay.
like
Do
to
the modern
that.
thing.
All right, we've dissected it with a modern day eye. Time to give it a modern day rating. Christmas boy, AJ, what do you got to say about it, buddy?
Christmas boy. Yeah, daddy. Well, I still really enjoy the movie. Like, I still revisit it every year. You know, like, I still do. Like, it's just one of those that, like, just feels part of the holiday repertoire for me. And I like it. I realize, like, some of the performances I didn't like as much. And I hate to chalk it up to, like, we've been focusing a little bit on, like, Hallmark holiday movies lately. And so I think it's put a bit of, like, a taint on the whole idea of, like, these types of movies.
Yeah.
So that being said, maybe it just made me a little bit more picky, but I still enjoyed it. And so that being said, it's a movie, and I think it's a fun movie, and I would recommend somebody watch it. So I'll give it a 7.5.
7.5 for age. Sean, what about you?
I was taken by this movie, man. I don't care what you are. This is the ultimate Hallmark movie of all time. This is, like, I think we've said it, but, like, this is what Hallmark movies strive to be.
They want it, but
Yes.
they
There it
can't.
is.
They can't.
There it
though.
is.
You can't have an $85 million budget on a Hallmark Channel movie.
Lucky if you get 85,000.
Exactly.
Good
yeah,
luck.
we know.
We know.
Don't worry, people will watch it. Just do it.
But
Just make
the
it.
cast is incredible. As cheesy as it is, it just fucking works, man. Like,
Yeah.
I think the Nancy Meyers directs the hell out of a movie. I like her characters. I like her scripts a lot. Actually, I wanted to recommend a YouTube video that I watched in preparation for this. It's the YouTube channel is Marguerite Faure, Faure. Marguerite Faure. It's called I Studied Nancy Meyers Movies for a Month. Here's what I learned from her scripts. Great fucking insight on just, like, somebody who studied her scripts and just, like, notices nuances of, like, this and that in some of her scripts. Cool stuff. Really recommend that video. But I love this movie. I think it's a banger, dude. I don't care. I will revisit it every Christmas. It's just really fun. I'm same as you, AJ. I'm a 7.5.
Well, I'm glad you guys are up there because I'm going to be a little bit lower here. My problem with this movie is that I feel like it is some of the worst acting that these four have done. And that is tough. And I don't think it's their fault. I just think it's the concept of the movie. Because we can call this a Hallmark movie. It's one of the best. But it's just a cheesy story. It's a Christmas movie that doesn't have anything to do with Christmas.
Yeah.
In a weird way. Like, I was confused the whole time being like, when do we do the Christmas stuff? We didn't really do it. as much as I really want to give this a very low rating and not say I'm going to watch it again, oh man, there's something about it though that does it better than any of the other ones will ever do. Yeah. That being said, this is better than any Hallmark movie I will ever watch. But it is not as good as, if you're really going to throw it out there, it's not as good as Just Friends when you're talking about a Christmas rom-com. It's not as good as Just Friends. It's definitely not, when you're talking about rom-coms, it's not The Notebook or something like that. To me, that's the pinnacle.
Yeah, that movie's hilarious.
We need to do that again. This one's not really that funny either. But I normally would give this a lower rating, but there is something special about it that is pretty damn charming. I'm a 5.2.
That's better than I thought you were going to give it.
Well, wait till you hear Josh Miller.
Oh, shit.
Josh Miller says, what was that? Like, really, what was that? Did I watch the wrong movie? Which one of you chose this? Looking at you, AJ. You had so much going for you with a couple Christmases ago and choosing Just Friends. I'm not sorry for making you watch Event Horizon now. Next spooky season, maybe I'll choose Hostel or a Serbian film.
That's what I'm talking about, Josh. Let's go.
Also,
dude.
I'm rethinking gifting you those Gladius knives for the studio.
Hey, come on, man.
Did you lose a bet or win a bet for this? If it wasn't you, AJ, I sincerely apologize and didn't mean anything I just said. If it was Mike or Sean, I didn't see a Patreon vote. I'll amend this diatribe to fit one of them. I'd let him go. The further into watching this, the more I thought it was almost over. Nope, 90 more minutes, and I certainly misunderstood the assignment. It was supposed to watch Ernest Saves Christmas.
Yeah, we should have done it.
Yep, I get it. It's Christmas time. Christmas rom-coms are typically fun and dumb. This was the exact opposite. I was going to give this a real run-of-the-mill score like a 5, but here we are. A day later, this score is going lower. I need to send this sooner. I might give it a 0 out of 10 if I could. This had a pretty stacked cast of established actors and up-and-comers. Why was Cameron Diaz a thing? There isn't a movie that she made better or that someone else couldn't do the same and isn't annoying. The biggest problem is, besides Cameron Diaz, can I swear here? This movie is way too fucking long. There is zero reason it should be 136 minutes long. The rom-com formula was strong here, but not done well. I'd much rather watch Hot Frosty on repeat before this one again, and Hot Frosty was hot garbage. But at least it was self-aware hot garbage. Even Leslie, who asked me to pick this because she didn't like Gremlins, wishes she had picked Gremlins. She's seen this movie before, and she said, and I quote, "That movie sucked. I'm sorry." I'm curious, had Starling seen this? If not, you're welcome and never watch this. That is my Christmas gift to you. I think my lowest score was The Lost Boys at a 3.9. Ooh. I'd rather watch that, so this is a 2.5.
Wow, dude, come on, bro.
Which, hey, man, that is a 5.68 for this movie, which I think, honestly, let's see, we're at 5.68 is going to fall in at the 158th spot. That is going to be better than Teen Wolf, Dirty Dancing, and Cobra, but not as good as Kindergarten Cop, Waterworld, Varsity Blues.
I'm not saying that any of that's wrong. I'm just saying...
You can say it.
I want it to be wrong. I feel like this should have been in the 6s. So maybe the next time we get to revamp some scores...
This might be one.
This might be one for old AJ and anyone else who wants to come along for the ride.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the episode. Thanks, Josh Miller. Thanks for everyone being here. Tune in next week. Home Alone 2, followed by, guys, it's time. Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring.
Yep.
Holy shit. If we did over 2 hours on the holiday, wait for that one.
Extended cut,
Extended
guys.
cut.
Yeah.
Ulysses cut.
Ulysses cut.
And if you're new to the podcast, go back this time last year. Jingle All the Way was a blast of a movie for us to talk about. So please go check that out.
Yep. Go on, check that out, and I'll let you know you can have some of my cookies if you go back and listen to that episode. It's a banger. Josh, I love you. Okay. Guys, thank you so much for listening. Check us out on the old YouTube. I'm wearing my holiday outfit. All right? I'm wearing my holiday outfit just for you. And check us out on YouTube. Leave us a comment. Hang out with us there. We're almost at 27,000 subscribers on YouTube, guys. Help push us over that little number. That'd be a nice little gift. check us out and leave us a review anywhere you're listening. That's Apple, that's Spotify. And by all means, check us out on any social media at Confused Breakfast.
ConfusedBreakfast.com. You can see the merch that we have. Guys, you want to get some shirts on your bodies, okay? Do you want a punch and face train shirt?
You do.
I think we have those. Yeah.
Do you want a Photoshop photo of these two girls as the girls from The Shining?
Yes.
You do.
Yes, you do.
Come on now.
It's going to happen.
Let's
get
go.
some stuff from our store, okay? It's kind of fun. You can just wear it and have fun with it. Go to our confusedbreakfast.com website as well to see the ratings of the movies that we have. You can see AJ's ratings, you can see my ratings, you can see Mike's ratings, as well as the show's ratings. Overall, goodbye, hey, Merry Christmas, I love you.
We got Brian on the controls, Upload Media Group. That is where we are at in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Learn more at uploadmediagroup.com, and we are on the Cloud 10 network. Learn more at cloud10.fm. That's it for us. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah.